Cool little owls, how's everybody doing today? Welcome to today's stream that is totally unplanned and I have no idea what to do and where everything already went south before I even started the stream because I have a tiny bit of technical problems, but yeah, I hope my PC is better now. I just had to restart. Everything was, I don't know, nothing was working, but now after the restart everything seems to at the very least be not crashing, so I see that as a positive. I have absolutely no plan of what we're actually gonna do today. I'm gonna be totally honest. I rarely do have a plan, but at the very least I would just do things that I would do normally and it would work out at least okay-ish, so to speak. But the only things I'm currently doing is doing dailies, and yeah, I still have to in Genshin I still have 2 of the character quest things, but these are difficult to stream, so to speak, because for these you kind of have to, well, be quiet most of the time because they are voiced, you know what I mean? So it's kind of a little bit of a hassle. I done stream enough character quests before and it always felt weird. On the one hand, because as I said, I can't talk that much, so it seemed less interactive. And on the other hand, because when I'm playing the quest and also streaming, I seem a little distracted from the quest too. So it's kind of bad for everybody. But I mean, that's the only thing that I still have left, so I'm guessing we will kind of have to do that unless we find something else that we could do, which I am not too sure that we would. But yeah, that's my plans for now. Other than that, yeah, I'm doing a lot of things that are, of course, also not good for streaming, but I can't on stream, doing work and stuff, of course. Organizing things for the new place and something. Those are things I cannot stream, so that's where a lot of time goes into. Or just things like listening to music. That's also something you can't do on stream. At least not good music, so to speak. You can listen to music, but it's always the same tracks. Like the one that I have playing in the background. Don't get me wrong, it's okay to listen to, but it's not what I usually listen to when I do that in my free time, you know what I mean? You listen to, of course, copyrighted music that I can't play on stream. Hello, Casey. Well, how's it going? How are you doing? Welcome to the very planless stream today. I'm a little bit unorganized today. I don't quite know what to do. I'm gonna be totally honest. I'm a little boring today. I mean, even more boring than usual. What is being organized? I mean, normally I do like things organized. You know what I mean? I like them organized, and that's maybe why it is so weird for me. Thank you very much for the hydrate, Mia. How you doing? At the very least, my blurb is working. Isn't that nice? I did drink. I have some very nice I don't even know how to say it. It's a fruit juice lemonade, but it's not having any sugar, so it's just faked fruits in a zero lemonade. I don't know how to describe it. It's better than actually drinking juice. But it's just as tasty. Never heard of being organized. I mean, I do like having an organization and things, so I kind of like know what is coming up. But what can I do? Show a drink. I can write you the name. Wait, give me a second. Then you can Google it. God, is that hard? No, 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 don't do that to me. Why does it do that? Do you know when you go to a website and it's like, I can't show you information unless you give in all your information to us. Like, which area are you from so we can, like, show you local things. I hate that. I hate it so much. Okay, let's see. Okay, that is the official name. Under that, we should find something in Google. Let me see. Yeah, we do. Yeah, that's kind of the thing that I'm drinking currently. At least the rest of it. The rest of what was left. That's... not sponsored. Wish I was. But that one was already open, so I like... Let's empty that before we do anything else. Did that sound... Does that sound like an idea? Like, am I the only one that does that? I always have like something... something a little more interesting open. And water at the same time. So that is currently my open, more interesting than water drink that I'm having. Cause yeah, as much as I love water, sometimes after you have a stinky day, you do need something other than water. Even my open water currently is special because it is with lemon. Water with a little bit of lemon inside. I'm guessing I'm in a very not basic mood currently. You've seen this one? I don't know where they're sold, but probably a lot of places. It's a pretty big brand, so it's not. It wouldn't be uncommon to find out, I'm guessing. It tastes good in my opinion. Can sometimes be too strong, so sometimes I mix it with even more sparkling water to like make it a little less sweet. But it's quite good. I'm liking it. I mean, I don't know what you're drinking, but yeah, I also like drinking like cold teas, but dumb little me was so busy, I forgot to set up my tea. And cold tea especially, you need to let brew for quite a while before you actually can drink it. So when you forget about that, you can't just like go and set it up and drink it in 5 minutes. So yeah, I kinda had to drink something else today. Cold lemon tea is good. Yeah, I agree. Everything lemon is good. You don't like sparkling water? I basically only drink sparkling water, mostly. Or like normal one only if it's like very high quality with a little lemon in it. But even there, I prefer the sparkling with lemon. I am a sparkle water baby. But I think that's very common in Germany. I think most people prefer it actually like with bubbles. At least that's what I heard. And I heard a lot of people coming here like, why is everybody here preferring it this way? Seems to be a very local thing. Maybe cultural even? I don't know. Like, because you're getting it from like an early age, everybody's like, ah, this is the normal. I mean, yeah, we have different like different amounts of sparkling in the sparkling water. Like you can pick between having a of course you can also find some that have like no sparkling water, but you can also find like low, medium, high, and I'm crazy. I'm always enjoying the high the most. The higher the better. Like hit me with it completely, like boom. Put as much in as possible. I don't know. I think it just adds to the taste. Maybe that's just me. You love it. I mean, we can share. You take all the flat water and I take all the sparkling. I think that's a good thing. I mean, that's how I would see it in cases like this. But yeah, I am a person that also needs water. Everybody needs water. Now, you don't know what I mean. Like, a lot of people I see tend to not drink water. They instead only drink like lemonades or whatever's. I see a lot of people drinking super high amounts of coffee, which like, ugh. But yeah, I'm not liking coffee, so maybe that's the reason. But doesn't coffee like drain you of hydration? You need water. My theory about serious species might be debunked. Yes, I actually drink like lots of water actually. Sometimes like just normal water, like sparkling water, and sometimes I drink it like in the form of like cold teas, warm teas. And sometimes, as I said, I also drink like this lemonade stuff, but all in tiny portions. Same. Water should be air by the time it hits the mouth. I mean, it's not that bad. But I like the bubbly feeling too, yeah. Coffee in itself does dehydrate, but since coffee is 99% water, it still works, but less good. I mean, the only thing I would probably be weirded out, in case I would like coffee, and in case I did not have a caffeine allergy like I do, the thing that I would be like most weirded out by is the fact that I probably would not be able to sleep properly. But at the time, I still was able to drink like cola and stuff. Like I did not care about that fact. I would drink it before bedtime. I didn't even care, and I think it didn't affect my sleep schedule like at all. But I am a lucky person. I am having a very easy sleep, so. Or maybe that's a good thing for me. I never had problems falling asleep or sleeping through. I also don't have any problems getting up, so I don't know. The sleep schedule is fine. But, well, now I don't have to even worry about that anymore, seeing that I can't drink it. But I can tell you from experience, the non-caffeine version of Coca-Cola is drinkable. It's okay. It's nice. I don't miss anything there. I mean, taste-wise, of course. But as I said, I didn't have the feeling that the caffeine was affecting me much, even beforehand. Maybe that already should have given me a hint that maybe I was kind of like allergic, because the only thing I gotten if I like drank like 1 or 2 like glasses a day was that I was feeling kind of like irritated in my heartbeat and stuff. So maybe that would have been my first clue, like, hey, maybe you're allergic to the thing and stuff. Give sleep. I can't. It's just naturally for me, but maybe I'm just doing things right by accident. Because I'm not the kind of person to take, like, electronic devices into bed and, like, browse there or something. So maybe I'm just, like, trained my brain to, like, bed is sleeping. Non-bed is awake. I don't know. I love water, especially after workout. Nothing except sugar-free soda. At least it's sugar-free soda. I think that's an improvement, as long as it's not sugary soda. I know people that only drink sugary soda. That's way worse. It's my New Year's solution to change that. I can make a a suggestion. Try the waters with a tiny bit of taste first. There are some that have like a nice lemon taste, or there's some even with like a little bit of like apple taste or something. But I think the lemon ones are like the better ones in my opinion. But I'm a little lemon obsessed, so don't take me as an example. I think they ease you into like drinking lots of water more. Add max amount of sparkling water and no caffeine sugar. I mean, yes. A cute drinking bottle. I mean, yes, I kind of like these. Those are the ones that have like these like markers on how much you already drank. Like you did a good job. I saw some of these like bottles somewhere. Like when you're halfway there, like you're halfway there, you can do it. I don't think I would need that actually. But I mean, I just place my water right next to my PC or wherever I'm sitting. And I just have like this tendency that whenever I do something, like after everything, I just take a teeny tiny sip, like tiny sip. And at some point, the tiny sips add up. No caffeine cola. No caffeine cola is good. I can vouch for that. It's the only one that I can drink. But most of the time, I'm gonna have to admit I don't drink it like separate, like solo. I mix it together with sugar-free soda to make my own little Spätzle variant with no caffeine. Cause yeah, cause those don't exist. Believe me, I looked. Technically, they exist from some brands, but I never seen them in real life. Like, the only thing I ever seen them is on brand sites, but not in a shop ever. But maybe I'm living out in the nowhere, but maybe that's the problem with this. It's just difficult to find everywhere. Sometimes my shop has, like, 4 bottles of it, but it appears that I am the only person buying these ever. Because when I mean, maybe there's another person. I don't know how their restocking is, but mostly I see like every time I go shopping exactly once a week. Like I take my 1 bottle or something when I buy it, and then the next time I go there, it's like 3 bottles, and then the next time I go there is 2, and then they restock back to 4. So I'm guessing I'm the only one ever buying it. I don't know. Maybe most people just, they need their caffeine. So they're like, what the heck? Why would you buy that? Pots or thingies to mix in water. Yeah, sadly, those I think I never seen come in no caffeine flavor. They are always with caffeine. The pot thingies. Never seen it in a different way. But yeah, I mean, like these little like pot thingies or like sprinkler thingies and stuff where you can make your own drinks are kind of nice. But I have to admit, I like my family owned one of these at some point when I was smaller, and they were always the drinks there were always tasting too sugary for my taste. Let me ask a friend who uses those. As I said, I like in my supermarket they have like a tiny shelf only for these like flavor bottles, syrups, and pot thingies, and they don't have a single one of those. It's rare that they even have like sugar-free soda ones. Most of the time they have like full sugar on things, and that's about it. But as I said, my town is sometimes a little we sometimes just get the basics because we're just a backwards tiny town. Most modern diverse products cannot be found here. It's a real shame. I think we had the topic like once that. But yeah, sometimes even my tiny piece of heaven is hit by modern stuff. But most of the time, it's just like a one-off thing that like happens that they have something, and then the next week it's gone, never to be found again. I'm thinking maybe because like it's of course like a chain of like a supermarket, on like the higher ups say like every supermarket has this on sale this week, so they have it everywhere, even here where it's basically like not selling. And afterwards, of course, they don't keep it like in their inventory, because of course I can understand they need to see what actually sells, and if things don't sell well, you have to get rid of them. You can't have like an infinite amount of items, because you have a finite amount of space where you can fit it in. Even if you're a super big supermarket, you can't have every product that exists in there. That's for online shops. They could technically have that and then like reorder it according to who like buys it. But as I said, in my supermarket, the amount of items is very limited to basics. Not that I complain, but sometimes I do. Especially if it's not that bad when I'm going shopping for myself. If I go shopping for myself and I don't find a specific item that I would have liked to buy, be it for like dinner or just normal products that you just use, I either search for something that's like similar enough, or I tend to go with another brand, or I change my plans. Like, let's say I want some cheese, and I don't have any specific cheeses or something, or like only the higher, super expensive ones, then I would just change my plan for dinner and like cook something else. But the problem is, when you're shopping not only for yourself, but if you're shopping for other people and they just give you the money to go shopping, and they want something specific and you don't find it, what do? Do you take against their will something inferior that you might not like? Do you give up on finding the product? I especially have that problem when mostly when people like ask me to buy cereal, and cereal is a very fluctuating business here. Like, sometimes you find it, sometimes you find absolutely no variety of cereal here, and it's I have been trying to like go through shops. Like, we have like, how many supermarkets do we have here? Wait, let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, maybe 10, I don't know, in the closer vicinity. And I am visiting all 10 and not a single one has the cereal that I'm looking for. So, as I said, if it were for me, I would just not eat cereal, or I would get a different cereal. But if somebody tells you, go buy this cereal, and you don't find it anywhere, especially if it's one that's usually available, like, how can it be that like every single supermarket in the whole area went out of exactly that cereal exactly that week? It seems more like a conspiracy. Like, nobody got their delivery handle. Like they forgot the town. Like, oops, they wanted a batch too. I'm sorry, we don't have any for you. So yeah, that happened quite a few times. And then that is just the usual, you know, everything is getting more expensive, so you kind of have to see what you can actually afford, especially on the department of good foods. Like, especially meats and vegetables are often a problem to find, like, for a decent price. Junk food can be cheap sometimes, unless it's good quality, and somehow it goes up to be expensive again for some weird reasons. Because I had looked into like buying some like pre-made meals, and everything that's like decently okay to eat, where it's like a little bit healthy, it tastes okay, it has like decent stuff in that, you can't afford. All the ones you can afford are just sugar in water with maybe some flour and a little bit of like coloring, and that's about it. You can't eat those, really. Unless you wanna, I guess, die on the long run, then you can, but Yeah. It doesn't sound to me like the good plan. But yeah, those are my shopping problems every week. But as I said, I only go shopping once a week. Makes things easier, makes some things harder. It makes it harder to, like, you have to kind of like organize yourself. That's not for people that are like unorganized. If you're like super unorganized and you go and like through, oh god, what do I do for dinner, and then you spontaneously decide, then that's not for you. Because if you only go shopping once a week, you kind of have to plan on when you're eating the fresh produce and when the items that have like a longer expiration date stuff are being eaten. So kind of like the order of things is already put into place. Maybe you can like on the back and on the days that come in the end, you can like switch things around. Because I mean, if it's holding for longer, it mostly holds for much longer, so it's not that bad. But like the first days are mostly like preset, because otherwise how would all the vegetable stuff like hold? For the later days, I usually like buy English word is hard. Buying cans, you know what I mean? Vegetable in cans, because that's holding longer sometimes. That's especially like useful if you're like making stews and stuff. That can be done later in the week, so that's not a problem. But like all the fresh produce needs to be eaten the first few days, because it doesn't hold that long. Week planning residuum, the weirdest thing ever. But yeah, maybe sometimes when I'm doing like all this working, like I do the planning, I make a list on what I need to buy, then I buy everything, and then I eat everything like in order. Sometimes I'm thinking like, sometimes I like to be like a simple person that buys exactly 7 frozen pizzas, and when they come home, they eat 1 frozen pizza, and they don't think about it, and then they're done. Like they have a simple life. Uneventful and boring, and probably I would get sick of pizza at some point eventually, but you know what I mean. But I guess I enjoy planning too, so it's not that bad. No. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Maybe reality is different. Maybe I'm just lazy, you know? If I have to go shopping more than once, I have to go out of the house more than once a week. I'd hate that. Also, when do I have time to get out of the house? Not that much too, because I'll have to take the car each and every time. And that's also kind of like a problem. Because if you take in a car multiple times, you need more gas. And more gas is more expensive. So if I can like get everything down to like 1 day, that's way better. Seems to me like it evolved itself out of need, that I plan to do that this way instead of how I could do it in a more chaotic way, so to speak. But yeah. How did we get to that topic? I think it was because I was drinking, and you asked what I'm drinking currently. Was it that? We drifted way off topic, but I think that's okay. Sometimes that happens. But I think I'm drifting out of topic. Or does somebody know what I should talk about next? Other than that, as I said, I only have character quests and Genshin kind of like left on what I could do, technically, which is not the best for streaming, because on the character quests I can talk so little, and it's kind of like pointless, you know what I mean, to stream it, because what am I streaming for if I'm quiet like most of the time? Where I talk over the quest the whole time, and then I am not really getting the plot line because it's like halfway only in my brain. That would also not be a good thing. Both are not a good option. But, I know it's just like the calm before the storm, because like, Genshin and Star Rail both have new content coming up. But at the moment, it's just like, I have completed like most of it. At least story-wise, as I said, except these two, quests. Technically, I probably think there's more world quests, but I would have to kind of like Google them or like find out where they are. Because when I go to the reputation board, it shows me some more things that I haven't done, like for reputation quests. And these quests need to come from somewhere. I know some of them are probably locked behind like daily commissions, so I'm just unlucky, but not all of them, I think, are actually. So I'm guessing I probably overlooked a few at the very least, if not more. But yeah, that also wouldn't make for the best streaming content, right? I mean, don't say that I couldn't. I could also collect oculi on stream, but how do other people do that? Aren't there like streamers that only play like Genshin on stream? What do they do all day long? Except doing Abyss, I'm thinking. Maybe doing Abyss is what they do. But I am not the most competitive OP player. So I'm happy if I can get through Abyss at all. I'm not feeling confident with like helping others actually do the Abyss or something. Or whatever people do. Or making calculations for what is actually better. I'm not like the top-notch theory crafting person. I do that like for characters, like I do that myself for personnel, but probably my methods are very raw and not easy to understand, and probably also a bit confusing to many people, like how I see certain things. Because sometimes raw numbers are not like the whole thing. Sometimes usability and ease of usability are also like things to consider. And that is very hard to like calculate. You only need to like test for this. Testing is more important. But yeah. I'm guessing we could do one of the story quests, because I don't see myself like talking about much interesting topics now. Seeing that I've run out of topics. My voice is already given up if you did not notice. So maybe it's better if I do something where I'm not having to talk too much in the first place. But as I said, I know this is not optimal. And I also know I have no solution. I have talked about this before, but I'm kind of like unhappy with how my streams are going. But I don't see a solution either. It is what it is. Okay, then let me get the game set up, maybe. Yeah, my voice is already given up. And how long am I streaming now? Like 40 minutes, and it's already halfway gone. No, this is not good. This is not good. They just barely even start the game, the whole stream, and just chat. I mean, I would. I just don't know what to chat about. You know what I mean? I don't know what to chat about. I just don't. As I said, normally in life out of streams, I'm a very quiet person. If you have like a group of people sitting there and talking to each other, I'm the person that's in the corner and doesn't say anything. I'm just observing. I'm like, interesting conversation. Huh? I just started doing Genshin for comfort reasons. Genshin is definitely my comfort game, yes. 100%. As I said, it's weirdly calming. Sometimes I'm just running around. I have caught myself just logging in, walking around, collecting flowers, walking in circles while thinking about things that I need to do and organizing my thoughts. Because somehow that is working. I don't know why. It's just calmly working. I don't know. But as I said, that doesn't quite work on the story quests, because the story quests are... don't get me wrong, it's good that they are voiced. In fact, I would like all quests to be voiced. But, like, because they are voiced, I'm I'm a little occupied when I play them. So in streams, it's, like, very bad, because I can chat less. And I'm of course like listening to the plot. Can I recommend Undertale Yellow, which is a free fan game that triple the quality of any other game currently? I never played Undertale, honestly, because it just wasn't my kind of game. I have looked at gameplay of it a few times, but it just always seemed a little, how do you put it? Too hard? At the same time, a little too weird? If I may say so. Like, at least what I saw of it seemed that way. But it may just be my perspective. Ultra easy mode. Well, that's cheating then, isn't it? I don't know. I'm not feeling like starting anything big currently. I'm witnessing this a lot recently, that I'm not feeling like starting any big games. You know what I mean? I don't know why, but at the moment I have like this aversion to starting new stuff. I can't really explain it. Same with watching new series or something. I also haven't like watched any new series in quite a while. And maybe that I'm just a little how do you put it? Too overwhelmed with everything currently like going on with preparing for maybe hopefully moving soon. All the preparation, all the having to do the phone calls, everything, and I've got the feeling I have not the brain to like get into things that like challenge my brain into thinking in new patterns. Do grab Infini Minor. I never heard of Infini Minor. Also, I think I haven't started the Epic launcher in like a year, so that would probably take some upgrading. But what is Infini Minor? It sounds a little I mean, if I read minor, I'm thinking Minecraft, maybe. But probably it's different, right? A puzzle game from the guy that made Space Jam. Very intelligent but tricky puzzle. So nothing that I could ever solve then? A 3D game about conveyor belts and automation and making factories. Somehow that is reminding me of Satisfactory a lot, or other similar like optimization games that I have played with friends, where like the only thing I ever did was, yes, you take care of that because I'm not feeling like optimizing. I was just standing there sometimes like getting some materials or like helping out with things, but I never did the planning because I don't know. there's just something about planning sterile factory settings that like puts me off and reminds me too much of real life. You know what I mean? I'm playing video games to escape, and when I see conveyor belts, the only thing that I am thinking of is like real life. Maybe I'm the only one. I was satisfactory, but since it's very much singular puzzles, there's not much optimizing, making it nice. But I am not very good at puzzles. You know that for a reason. You know that. You know that I stink at puzzles. I stink at puzzles. Like, that's a fact. That cannot be denied. Put me in a puzzle game and I'm probably needing to Google the solution. That's the way it is. That's sad, but that's the way it is. I have tried many times playing like escape rooms or something. Only I'm losing my patience too quickly, you know what I mean? I'm getting too quickly nervous and like feeling like I'm failing, and then I'm giving up too fast and run my brain in always the same patterns. And then I get stuck at certain things, and I can't like get myself out of there anymore. That's happened with me with puzzle games like a lot. And I mean, if I'm Googling the solution, it's kind of, how do you put it? Pointless? Then a puzzle game is pointless. Excuse me, my voice is giving up. I need to drink more. I remember like my very first experiences with like puzzle games. Back in the day, I was playing like a lot of like adventure games and stuff. And somebody gifted me the Myth series. I don't know which Myth it was. Do I still have it around here somewhere? God, I need my phone. Wait, I need light because it's dark in here. Myst 5 apparently, by the box over there. Yes, all my stuff is to my right. My room is not very big. I just want to say it. So I got that gifted, and I can tell you, I tried playing it, and I did not make it out of the like the starter area, because too quickly I got so stuck on something. And back then I didn't have the ways to actually like Google the solution, because I didn't have internet at that point at all, as far as I remember. And or if I had internet, it was highly regulated by my parents, and they certainly wouldn't let me use it for non-school purposes or something. So I got stuck. I tried the same puzzle for like, I think it was at least 4 hours before I just gave up. And I honestly, I never tried the game again. Not even as an adult. I just, whenever I see the game or like the whole like franchise, I'm like, I'm not that one. Maybe that kind of caused me to have like a panic attack whenever I do puzzles. I don't know. Deep psychological analysis on why I have a panic about puzzle games. Because that one was a real miss. At the very least, I didn't buy it myself, so you could say it wasn't a like wrong investment, because I didn't invest a single dime, so to speak. But you know what I mean, right? Like, it was still like, don't get me wrong, it was still better than other gifts I ever received at that time. You know how it is when you're like at that time the game was missed. yes it was. I'm always making that joke, by the way. Like the internal joke of that. Yeah, back then it was way better than the other gifts you would receive. Like, do you know, like in school when you have like friendships that are like not deep friendships, but it's just a friendship because you're in the same class together, or maybe because you're convenient to them, because you help them with homework, or what the heck, because you're a dumbass that's getting used. You know how it is, especially when you're young, you're dumb. And then you get gifts for like your birthday when they come over to the party because they want all the nice stuff from the birthday party. And they bring you gifts and it's like the most crap thing that you're never ever gonna need for anything. Like, I don't know. Here, have this beauty product. I think I gotten so many times, I've gotten like these weird makeup boxes. And I like... I'm not using makeup. What do you want from me? Is it not obvious that I don't use it? Why is it that you see like, oh, she can't afford makeup, I need to gift her some or something like that? Like, I didn't use it for a reason. Why the heck are you gifting me that nonsense? Or the typical like, here, have a stupid statue of something. Like, do you know all these like put them somewhere in your your I don't know, on your cupboard, and you never look at them again, kind of things. Mind you, not like of things you actually enjoy, but like pointless angel figurines, pointless, I don't know, pointless frocks or whatever. I gotten so many random gifts that like really for the hell never could do anything with. Like, why are you not giving me like money? That would have been better. They were nice and just got something that a typical girl would like. But they were trying to tell you something like gifting a stinky guy deodorant. And wait, I mean, makeup wouldn't have helped either. Let's be honest here. They all knew I was a failed course. I think they just got that because it was cheap. Or because it's like the typical things that you gift people. Like, so many of my family members, like a little further away family members, always when I gotten older, they started gifting me like perfume. Like, why are you gifting somebody perfume? Like, I am not the kind of person to use perfume. I use my deodorant and that's about it. That's it. No other things are coming on to me. Like what do you want from me? And especially, like, I think perfume, if you want to use it, that's fine. It's your thing. But I think, like, isn't that a very personal thing if you think that a perfume actually, like, smells good or smells bad? Like, what you think might smell good, another person might find absolutely disgusting. And I'm gonna be honest, like, 90% of the things that they sent me, they were disgusting. Yeah. they had some sort of like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like tangy, tainted, over chemical smell. I don't know how to say it. It didn't really appeal to me. So most of the time I either gifted them to others that like needed them, or I threw them away. I didn't care how much they cost. I threw them away. You got every gift that society gives gifts. I also get that it didn't do nothing for you because it wasn't personalized. It's not surprising you got that stuff. I mean, honestly, it's not like I only gotten useless crap. Hey, Lassie, how you doing? I got, and that's weird enough. I got a few useful gifts, and all of these gifts were from one and the same other girl. So I'm guessing either she put in more effort to think about what I liked, or she just had better taste. I think I'd go with she had better taste, or it just accidentally hit my it accidentally hit what I liked, because she was getting me, oh god, English word, like a wind play thing, you know, like the thing when the wind comes, they make like nice sounds. That was looking very good. And it made the nicest sounds. I like that one very much. In the, yeah, wind chimes, exactly. That one, even though it still had no use to me, at least I think it was like nice and like it was pretty, it was calming, and I still have it actually, like somewhere in the back there. And the other thing that she gifted me was like good high quality non-wooden, I might add, non-wooden, but I think it was plastic, chopsticks, for like chopstick that you could actually, like, you know, wash and reuse with a nice design on them. And I use them to this day. I still have these chopsticks, and whenever I'm eating like ramen or rice, I always eat that with those chopsticks. So best gift ever, I use them still. That's how you gift stuff. That's useful, you know? You can use that. Like nice personalized chopsticks. She knew what was coming. But I mean, honestly, I mean, like... her dad, like, owned the Chinese restaurant around here. I mean, I guess it was a natural gift. I want to buy a new pair. You know what I mean? So I guess it was a natural gift or something. But yeah, that was kind of like the only person that ever gotten me anything of actual use. But speaking of gifts, you know what the absolute worst thing was, in my opinion? Even worse than like trying to pick presents for people like on birthday. My go-to present, by the way, for people is money. I always gave a card with money, because I mean that's the best thing. You get them a card, they can buy whatever they want, and like put some chocolate with it, and done. Like I never like try to pick like standard things, like, because who does that? Like, if you don't know a person well enough to know what they specifically want, then don't give them any random object. That was always like my go-to thing. But yeah, I hated it in school when they organized like gift exchanges for the Christmas season, because that was the most pointless thing ever. You weren't allowed to give money, so you had to actually like pick something, and like there was only pointless crap given out by everybody. That's one thing that I give you picture frame. A picture frame. Was it at the very least a nice picture frame? I mean, picture frames are so unpersonal. That's the way it is. I mean, it's difficult to judge gifts by them being useful. So if something is important for regular use to a person, then that person already has that thing. More useful, the higher chance that the person already has the thing twice. With a random picture. I hope it was a random nice picture of some animal or a flower or something, and not just a random picture of a random person, because that's creepy. Like, here, I have this family photo of a family that's not yours. I imagine that is creepy. Yeah, I once gotten a toothbrush for a gift. Like, did you want to tell me something, or were you just, I'm looking for something that's usable? Mind you, it wasn't a regular toothbrush. It was like one of those mechanical ones, the ones that are like vibrating toothbrushes. I don't know. To this day, I haven't used it. I gifted it to somebody else, because I like to brush my teeth like manually. I don't know, I don't like the other ones. A bunch of people I know that I could not buy something useful. They already have everything in the universe in extremely high quality. I could never afford. Yeah, there are people like that too. That they just have everything already. What are you gonna buy them? Giving the family photo to an orphan. I don't know. That is at the same time very heartwarming and disturbing. Maybe that's just me. Like, what's he gonna do then? Imagine that would be his family, maybe. This might be my family. If I had one. Honestly, that sounds disgusting, the idea. What if you, with that thing, breed the next supervillain? You know what I mean? I mean, that's kind of like how these stories start. Like the supervillain, like he's an orphan and then he gets a family photo and then suddenly he has the urge to accrete exactly the family he sees in that photo. And that's how it all started. Yeah, that sounds like a good villain backstory or something. I'm not sure if I would like that. That sounds... don't give family photo to orphan. But yeah. Sometimes. Maybe we should all like... I mean, as much as I think that family gatherings are nice, or like friend gatherings are nice, and giving gifts is a nice like little idea, in our family, we actually like opted down to not gifting each other anymore, because it's just stress finding something that the other person might enjoy. If you're trying to do that like on a yearly basis, it's just not gonna work on the long run. You're just having people trying to find desperately one thing that they find at least acceptable for gifting, and the other doing that in return, and then money is wasted on stuff that nobody needs, and that's just standing around and nobody actually has use for. I mean, for a few years we were like we only buy stuff that's like useful and not stuff that is like decorative, but that didn't work on the long run. There's like only so much items that you need. You can't like buy them like the fifth electronic device for the kitchen or I don't know, broom or whatever. At some point people are gonna have everything they actually need in their like life. And most likely if you're like let's say it's February and your let's say your toaster broke. You're not gonna wait till your birthday to get a new one. You need to toast your freaking bread. So you're already gonna have a new toaster by that time. So the concept of birthday gift giving or gift giving in general is a nice idea, but on the long run, I think it's a difficult topic. And honestly, I hate it. I hate it so much. Like, sometimes even if you're not given a gift, but if you're just given money, you're already standing in front of like a big hurdle. Like, we were invited to a wedding in the family recently, and of course you usually bring a wedding gift, and thank God on the invitation already said, please money, please no useless crap. So I was thankful for that, because normally I have no idea what to give. And as you know now, I am not giving crap out, so I usually just give money. So, but then the next problem like arises. How much money do you give in that occasion? How much do you give? How much do you give if like a sibling has a birthday? How much do you give if like a grandparent has a birthday? How much do you give if like a cousin has a birthday? Like, are there rules for this? Does the inflation amount like change everything you find online? Like, is it suddenly now you have to give more because of the financial situations now? Where are the old values still good? Like, what is considered basically an insult and what is accepted? And what is too much, maybe? Because sometimes you can give too much, you know? Make the other person uncomfortable by being overspending. $3.50 every time. I think if you came to a wedding and you give 350 multiplied by importance of the purse. When I give you 0, can you guess what your importance is? Can you guess how much that would piss people off if you give them an empty box and say your importance is 0? 350 times 0 is 0. Yes, I think I have found a nice new way to bully everybody. Very interesting time. Yes, indeed. Yeah, my brain went big time on that one. Hey there, Farhadi, how you doing? Big brain time. Boom, boom. So let's get 10 times importance. I mean, it's such a good much. I expect at least 0.01 times importance. Give me 3 cents. I mean, that's the problem. Like, how do you set the importance? Like, for example, if you're at the wedding, like, how much do you give? I did Google for 5 days until I decided on how much I wanted to give. Because you find the the wildest things. Like, usually I expect that when I go online and I Google something like that, that they give like about the same amount. They say like, okay, you need to give them X. Or about X. But I actually find wildly different things. Like from tiny amounts of like you give like $50 to you of course give 5,000. And I'm like what's the correct amount now? Can I even afford it? That was my second guessing. If I find the correct amount, can I actually afford it? Because it's not that easy. Different families have wildly different concepts. Yes, exactly. But I didn't know what the concept was here. Because I never had to experience that before or something. So I didn't know what the norm was there. And I was frankly too scared to ask anybody. Like it was a little bit too much of a sensitive, embarrassing topic to like go up to somebody like, hey, how much are you giving that person? Can you imagine that? Like, sorry to call you. I just wanted to ask you, how much money are you bringing for the wedding? I want the same amount of... I mean, how weird does that seem? I didn't want it to seem stingy either, you know? I mean, before, I think I was invited to a wedding like 2 times before, but at that time I was not an adult yet, so everything regarding that stupid stuff was my parents' problem, so I never really given it a thought. I would give 50 because I have no steady income. But if I had a lot more, I'd give 200 or at the very least as much as they spend on the party per person. Well, that's the problem. How do you know how much money they spend on the party? I mean, you can take a guess on like location that you're going to. The problem is when I looked up the location, it seemed like a very, very expensive special location. So I was like, and also because it's like a very close family, I was probably expected to give more, you know what I mean? At least that's the rule I found online. Like, when you're distant to the person marrying, you're supposed to give, like, tinier amounts. And the closer you are family-wise to the people that invite you to the wedding, the more money you're supposed to give. You know? So that's important. I would do that technically for every wedding I've been in the last 10 years. I've been the DJ, so that was my gift. I mean, you brought other gifts then. I mean that's something. Services are also something. I can't DJ though, so I'm guessing I cannot give that gift ever. In fact, I had to like put a lot of money in to make this wedding thing work. Not only did I have to set aside money for the gift I had to be given, and you know, in my current situation, that wasn't easy. But as I think talked about that before, I'm not a very fashion-oriented person. I am... Oh, I need to remove my bottle because it's empty. I'm not a fashion-oriented person. So my closet was lacking a appropriate attire to actually like wear to the occasion. So I was looking around like the web to find something that you're supposed to wear, like what's accepted, and then I'm like, okay, then I'll buy something. Shouldn't be that hard, right? Do you know how much formal clothing costs? It's so stinky. I had to like get a dress, and I think, how much was the dress? Let me think. I didn't find it. Wait, I can look it up. I'll look it up. Give me a second. I can not find it. First thing, when I'm looking for dress in my search history, the thing that I am finding first is dressing, because I thought, God, that I probably looked it up in German. Wait, I'm looking. Why can I not find it? Give me a second, I'll find it. Okay. The dress was €45. And you might laugh and say like, €45? She couldn't expect that to get that. No, with my current situation, that was a lot of money. Also, I had to get shoes because apparently wearing like old casual shoes is also not a thing you do at weddings. They celebrated in Italy. You were not invited. That is stinky. You weren't invited? Things are that wedding costs and the amount of no increase in quality. You can earn 2,000 to 3,000 euro per night doing that. That sounds absurd. That's really cheap. You know what I usually buy? Usually I buy clothing that's like €10 maximum. Like that's my go-to. That was before inflation. I looked up the current price. Good old Kick clothes. I am not buying anything else. I am a cheapo. I mostly get my clothes online though. From Kick, I only like buy like basic stuff, you know, like when you need a bra or underwear like quickly because you're out of stuff. Especially for the wedding. I had everything prepared. My brain. I bought this stupid dress, so I finally had a elegant looking dress that I could wear. Okay? I did buy a jacket thingy to go with it, or whatever you call that, transparent tiny jacket things that you need to wear over that, because my mother was like, you can't go in that dress only because it's too cold. Okay. So I bought that too for like €20 more or something, I don't know. So we already were at 60. Then I needed new shoes that were also probably like 40 or something. Don't ask me. So, we were already at 100 to go to that stupid wedding alone. But then my intelligence kicked in. It was the day before the wedding should take place. Like, okay, I prepare everything for tomorrow, so I put like all my stuff up and wanted to try that it fits and everything. Yeah, I know I was very fast on that one. If it wouldn't have fit, I would have had a problem, but I was sure I was gonna fit in that, even if it were too big or something. I didn't really care. But my intelligence, get me. The dress, by the way, I bought was a relatively dark, not completely just black, but relatively dark dress. More like very dark blackish blue with like lots of like I think flower design on top. Don't ask me, I don't know anymore. But the problem was, what I noticed the day before when I tried it on is I only have white underwears here. So white underwear and dark dress. Yeah, that did not work out. So I got my ass over to like kick and everywhere I could find to find a matching black underwears because yeah, problematic. For stuff like that, I would shop at flea markets. Get really nice vintage clothes cheap. Yeah, the problem is there's not many flea markets around where I am, and most of the time they don't have my sizes. Cause I'm a very like small person. I'm tiny. But I like my clothes white too. And that combination mostly isn't sold. I don't know why. Most people are either way taller than me, or are they like very fitting clothing. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't like it. I don't like it. For me, everything needs to be extra wide. I don't know. I don't like my t-shirts touching me. But yeah, that wasn't available. So yeah, I had to go. And the day before, I bought new underwear specifically for the wedding too. So yeah. So much for me being organized. Did I say I love being organized? Yes, I love being organized, but sometimes I'm a dumbass and I forget half of what I actually needed to do. Like, for example, think about what you would wear under the dress. Also, can we talk about that it's basically impossible, at least where I live, to find, like, decent underwear? Especially bras that have, like, no straps or something. It's disgusting. But yeah, I'm guessing that's, like, because my area, as I said before, is a very old school, boring town, so we're not having that much fashion here either. We're just getting basics. The basics of basic. And apparently strapless is not something you can actually find. Or the only thing I can find was in white. But white wouldn't work for reasons, as I told you. I needed to be black. Or at least dark blue or something. But I did find something. I just took an hour of searching in different shoppings. So, before I found it. But yeah. Generally, I'm not one to buy like modern, fashioned clothes anyway. Most of the time I'm going for like how do you say, classic elegant looks. I like either just simple plain no print white shirts, or at least they need to have like something I identify with, like printed on top of them. For example, I have like one shirt that has a cute owl motif on it, so that I accept. Not what I would probably buy for myself, but I got that as a gift, so I accepted it. And other than that, I love wearing skirts. Mind you, not short ones. Get the thoughts out of your head. No, long ones, long and not like skin tight, but like flowy, long, big skirts. That's my style. That and maybe even a blouse on top, something like that. Something classic. I'm a classic person. I'm not likely being fashionable, but it's okay. Everybody can do what they like. But if you would probably ask me what is currently fashionable, I couldn't answer. I have no idea. Sometimes I go through like when I, for example, when I need new stuff, I am going through like the fashion house and I'm looking at stuff and I'm like, why is everything looking so weird? And then nobody gets to see that because you don't leave the house. I mean, a few people see it. The important ones see it. I mean, that's enough, right? I mean, it doesn't mean I never leave the house. I leave the house for shopping on Saturday. I leave the house to visit my family, of course. And when I have appointments, then I leave too. Does that count as leaving? There's interesting outfits around when it's Berlin Fashion Week. But I can't claim understand what's fresh drip. I may have been like bred into not being fashionable by my parents because interestingly enough, money was always like an issue in my family. So when it was about buying clothes, even when I was still a child, when I was a teenager, it's probably more accurate. When I was a teenager, there was like this older lady living in our building, and she sold old used clothes, kind of like a flea market like discounter. She was like she bought old stuff from people that didn't need it anymore, and then she sold it to others. And my parents and my grandparents, they always bought their stuff from this lady. And you know what that meant? That meant me, as a teenager, did get clothes from there. Mind you, that were adult clothes. So most of the time they were way too big for me. And they had designs atypical from like 20 years ago or something, what like an older, like 50-year-old woman or something would enjoy. So most of the pieces were like weird, flowery, I don't know, very colorful splashes of something. Not very nice in my book. I can discern a typical Berghain party goer and a hipster from each other. I don't even know what a Berghain party is. I know what a hipster is supposed to be, but don't ask me how a hipster dresses. Don't they have like glasses on like I don't know, basic suits? I don't know what a hipster looks like either. I don't know. My driven fashion is like non-existent. So yeah, maybe this explains why I am like pivoted to the complete opposite. When I was an adult and could get my own stuff, I did the complete opposite. I instead buy things that are like monochrome only. Basically, I buy whites, I buy blacks, I buy no prints on everything, or like pleasing one colored skirts maybe to it, like a dark blue skirt or something completely different from the weird look that I had to wear when I was a teenager because of like circumstances. Hey there, Juan, how you doing? I'm still not famous, but how you doing? I hope you're doing fine. The worst thing that I gotten from there, by the way, at some point, were like leopard print stuffs. Those were absolutely disgusting. Do you know what I'm speaking of? Like these typical leopard print things. I was so embarrassed when I had to wear these in school. Everybody looked at me weird. It was the weirdest thing ever. How are you today? I am okay-ish. I'm a little bit in the mood of doing nothing though. I'm a little boring, I'm guessing. Today's a little boring day, but I'm still doing okay. Guess I'm mostly doing chatting today. Maybe I'm bubbly, but I generally have no topic. I'm just talking random bullshit. That's how it goes today. But how are you? I hope you're doing fine. In everything you do. Where was I? Yeah. You know what the worst thing about that whole deal was? I haven't mentioned that yet. The worst thing was... whenever... I don't know how that would happen, because I know that woman was, like, buying the stuff from other people together. Or maybe she was also, like, buying out old things. I don't know what she did. I only know how she got... what stock she had and what we did buy from her. And... most of the time, when she sold a shirt... like, let's say she was selling a flower print... black and exotic color printed flowers t-shirt or something. Let's say that. She didn't just sell it once. She sold like 5 or 6 or 7 copies of the same thing. And my parents did buy all of them. So that did mean not only did I wear it, but my mother had the same pieces. And my grandmother had the same pieces too. And most of the time, that ended with me getting dressed for school. I put like my shirt and everything on. I mostly had to get up very early because of school. And they started a little later because their work started later and everything. And you know what happened? You pick random shirt number 8 because you don't really care because they're all ugly. But yeah, they both put on the same shirt each and every time. Like, can you imagine what that means for a teenager? If they look exactly the same as their mother and their grandmother, fashion-wise. At some point, I got numb to it. I was like, whatever. Let them wear what they want to wear. And then I do look dumb. I do look dumb either way. It doesn't matter what I wear. But... it was still annoying me to some degree. I'm gonna have to be honest. It's it's a thing that is annoying me to this day. And the funny thing is, they were weirdly finding that comforting that everybody was wearing the same. They're like, ah, look, we are like twins or something. Like, I don't know. They had some weird sort of satisfaction from that. Because normally, I don't know how about you, but normally when, at least for for women, I can't speak about men. I think for men it's different. But normally women try to avoid wearing the same things, except if it's like specifically like if they like talk about it, like we need to like choreograph everything so we have the same stuff. But like technically, if you go somewhere, you don't want to wear the same thing as another person. Everybody tries to be unique in their like own way, not wearing the same shirts or dresses or something. So, maybe that's the reason I started enjoying skirts so much, because they were only wearing pants exclusively. That was the only thing that was acceptable to them. So maybe that's why I pivoted towards, you know what? Screw the pants. I want the skirts instead. Because they couldn't copy me there because they didn't like skirts. So it was like a safe zone. The safe zone of fashion. Even though most of the time it looked horrible because the shirts were looking horrible, but what can one do? But yeah, I also did get like the old shoes. The used up shoes from them. Like, so technically you must imagine I'm like 13 or whatever years old. But I'm wearing normal adult clothing. From shoes up to the shirt. And it wasn't that bad for shoes. Because honestly, I did like wearing flat and like boot kind of black simple shoes anyways. And my feet are very tiny. I have a very small shoe size. And therefore it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Could have been worse. But yeah, no. Maybe that explains some things about me. I don't know. Is this starting to get a therapy session? I didn't intend to overshare today. If I'm going too far, please tell me. I'm just saying random stuff. God, I need to drink more. I think my voice is giving up. Okay. I think it's a little bit better. Have you ever thought of cosplay? Like me doing cosplay of something? Honestly, no, I haven't. I am pretty sure, personally, about two things. A, whatever I would cosplay, I would look bad in it because I'm not the prettiest person that exists. There's other people that probably qualify better. And B, I think cosplay is a very expensive hobby to have. Either that or you need to be incredibly skilled with handicraft. And I have neither. I can't sew, I can't do nothing. And I don't have the money to buy cosplay gear. Believe me, I looked into just some like cosplay items. Like of characters online and stuff. Like, oh, how much would that cost to wear? And most of the time, these are so highly expensive. I'm not even joking. It's unbearable. At least when you're cosplaying stuff that's like not relative to actual like real life, but if you're cosplaying like fantasy things, it's expensive. Cap? What does cap mean? You joking? I don't even know what cap means, so no offense taken. So yeah, I'm guessing if you cosplay a character that wears like normal everyday clothing, that may be easier. Cap means lion. Oh, lying about what? Lying about it being too expensive? Have you looked up how expensive these are? I have seen like some cosplay outfits for like 2,000 plus. I realized that we're doing cosplay of Syria. I mean, that's cheating. That's no cosplay at all. And that's just me not being beautiful enough. I am not lying. I'm not having the capacity for wearing cosplay. I am not having the capacity. Neither face-wise nor body-wise. I'm not having the capacity. Do you believe me? If I would look pretty, then I would probably use it to my advantage. I'm hiding. I'm ugly. Leave me be. I know many people are like hating the stereotypical saying like...
Cap on you not being beautiful enough.
No, not cap. Thank you very much for the month streak, Asfarhadi. I am honest. I'm not lying. I know it's like a old cliche thingy that to like say. And I know it's not true for everybody. So that this isn't totally only me situation. I know there's lots of VTubers that are super pretty behind their models. And every time they do and like show their real life selves, I'm like, oh, you're all so pretty. But I'm not. I swear I'm not. I 100% swear I'm not pretty. I swear by everything that's holy. I am ugly. Okay. I did do my swear. I'll prepare now. I'm ugly, okay? Are we on the same board now? Oh, okay. So that's why I couldn't do cosplay even if I wanted to. Both of these factors. That and the fact that it's expensive as heck. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've seen some people do like what they call it, cheap cosplay, where they do like the simplest things to achieve a look similar to the object. But I'm not enjoying these that much. Like, they are fun for like laughing at the attempt, you know, like when people put spaghetti on their head and like hold something in front of them and suddenly they look similar to a character. But for me, like, true cosplay is actually have 360 perfect representation of the character you play, and also a bit of like playing into being the character, like attitude-wise, doing poses. But that is way too expensive. Way too expensive of a hobby to have. As I said, most people I see that do that probably also like make their money from it. Like, they are invited to cosplay certain characters for events, or like I don't know, make photo shoots that people can then buy. I don't know. I'm not very much into the world of cosplay. But I think most of them like do that monetization wise, that they cosplay to make up for the high amount of costs for the outfits themselves. Because most of the cosplayers I know, they don't just cosplay like a character or two. They cosplay a lot, and they have a whole lot of different outfits. So that means it's gonna get very expensive over time. For that, you must probably like look the part. You know what I mean? There's only so much that like that things can like how do you put it? That you can hide before everything like collapses on you. That it does nothing good for the immersion if you have somebody that has like the perfect cosplay outfit, but their figure does not fit the character, or their face is just not beautiful enough, and then the immersion kind of like breaks. At least for me. Maybe I'm a little too picky on that. But yeah, I don't see myself in that role. I can't fulfill that. Also, I wouldn't even know what characters I would cosplay. Let's say I could magically like snap and be perfectly pretty and choose whatever I want to look like. Even then, I wouldn't really know who I would cosplay. Honestly. As much as I like seeing cool cosplay, I wouldn't know who I would myself cosplay. Because, yeah. It's just a difficult topic, I'm thinking. Like, who would you pick? Do you pick something that you really, really like? Or something that you think might fit you because it looks similar to you? Or I don't know how those people do it. I see them also using like a lot of makeup and stuff. If you had any choice and it will work, who would you choose? Yeah, as I said, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I had to, of course, cosplay a female character. Everything else would just look weird. I couldn't cosplay a male, I think, because not the same body type. I mean, I think you can, like, bind off the breasts or something, but, like, it would still be weird. And I don't know, does it hurt? I don't know. But, I don't think it would look good in the end, so I would have to cosplay female, and I honestly have no idea. Cosplay Leon. What Leon? Leon like Resident Evil Leon? Definitely not. Like, I couldn't come close. How would one cosplay that? as measly old me. You know what I mean? Not fitting. I mean, especially he, isn't he like? Let me think how he looks like. Isn't he like especially very male looking? I couldn't even. I mean, basically, my wish would have to transform me into average dude, good-looking male for that to work. And honestly, if I had the choice, I would rather be a beautiful girl instead. I would feel more happy. He has twink energy. Not enough twink for me, okay? I'm saying it as it is. Too non-twink for me. Not enough into the twink category. My taste is weird. Please don't ask. I am weirdo. I don't know. It could be worse though. But yeah, I could never pull it off. I think I couldn't pull the attitude off either. I think that's the problem I would have if I would have, as I said, if I had a snap with the fingers and I could immediately look the way I wanted to. That's the problem I would have cosplaying most female characters too. I don't think I would have the attitude to do that. Or more like, I don't think I would have the... I would have the guts to wear the revealing outfits that they're wearing. I think I would be too embarrassed the whole time. Like, nah, don't look. Because sometimes female character outfits are like... yeah. A bit revealing. I mean, yeah, that's what makes them pretty, but... I think I would just stand there the whole time with flushed cheeks and not know what I would do to exist. Like, I couldn't radiate that energy of confidence because I'm just not used to being confident about my looks, you know. So that wouldn't work instantly. Maybe if I had the power and then I lived at being the way I want to look, like for a few years, maybe then that would work. But other than that, I would just think I wouldn't have the confidence. Honestly. And I think that's what makes most of these, like... appealing as they are, is the confidence of the characters. I wish I had the body put off sexy cosplay. Yes! Same, I wish I had. But I can't. I need to hide what I have. I need to hide myself. So the world is safe from this image of horror. So to speak. I mean, just imagine. If you could basically like put on any costume you wanted and like look perfect. I envy people that can do that. I can't. You have never shown any image of me in IRL. No image of me IRL, and you'd probably never get one. Because I said, I need to protect the world from the ugliness that's me. And that's the way it is. It will stay that way. I am doing the responsible thing. The world is not ready to experience such devastation of horror. If a budget wasn't a concern, it would be awesome to have like a Doom guy suit. Nobody would see you. I've seen a lot of these like electronical cosplay suits that are like super especially with all their effects, with smokes coming out, with things blinking and stuff, and I'm thinking like those must be super expensive. But also I'm thinking, if you wear these in summer, are you sweating a lot in there? Being anonymous is fine, internet is weird. Yeah, I think the only thing I would get is ridicule if I release like my face, so I'm not doing it. Honestly, I've seen many people do like, what do you call that? Like face revealing. And those people were generally like pretty, or like at least average, I would say. And still they got backlash for being quote unquote ugly. So if I do a face reveal, and I'm ugly, what are they gonna do? Will they start stoning me, or what's gonna happen? I'm scared, so that's why I'm not doing it. Hand reveal. We had a hand reveal once. You saw my ugly ass hands. That's true. And that was already too much. That already hurt. Like half of the population died because you saw my hands. You could be the prettiest person on the internet, it will clown on you. That is true too. That is very much true. But I'm guessing if you're like super pretty and you have the people like saying you're not, you deep down know that you're pretty. And you're saying like, whatever they say, I know I am. But like, if you're not and they shit on you, you're like, you know that you are, and then you go deeper into being hurt. That's my opinion on things. Maybe that has to do with like self-image, like confidence, but I don't have these, so I can safely say I would probably, if I would do that and people would like shit on me, I would probably like leave the internet and that I would be gone. As an ugly person, I feel that. Yes. We are in the same boat. We can relate. So yeah. But honestly, I think like most people are putting too much weight on looks. It's a dumb thing. I think I've seen like countless examples of that happening, where two people like would work perfectly with each other and would like, and they still look like average. It's not like they're the most disgusting thing to ever be, so that you have to like puke when you see them or something. But then they're like, you're not perfect and therefore I don't want you. And they themselves don't look any better. That's the worst thing that is actually like happening. I've seen a lot of people that are like average, but they want perfect 10 out of 10 as a partner, when they themselves are like a 5. That doesn't work either. I'm just saying. Don't know how that is. Society is weird. Society is disgusting. Modern society. I would say modern society, but it wasn't. I think it wasn't different back then. The only thing that changes beauty standard maybe like what is conceived as good, but people were always that way. People were always like, they preferred it when people were pretty or influential or like to their liking, of course. It's something that is like bound to happen. But I don't want to start like a social discussion here. That will take us all day probably. You can discuss for like hours about how bad that is, generally. And I could go into other topics too, but as I said, everybody can have standards, that's fine. Just don't be a dick. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, sometimes somebody is not for you, specifically, but most of the time I'm thinking like, when I would like to be with a person, and the person is like perfect in any other way but looks, why would I care about the looks then? I mean, looks you can change for the most part. Or at least cover them up in a way that they don't disturb you. But if person has a shitty personality or is boring AF, or it doesn't share your life goals, they can be the prettiest person on earth. What do you want with somebody that doesn't fit with you? You can't make it work if you're having completely different life goals. If, let's say, you want a family and 5 kids and your partner wants to not have kids and want to go on adventure and, I don't know, travel the world or something, that's not fixable. No amount of, like, trying to fix that is gonna make those people work together. But, I mean, if you say, like, my favorite color for partner is blonde, and I don't know, person has brown hair, like, let them color it. What do I know? I mean, lower your standards. I don't know. Those discussions need to happen early. Some people think it's weird that I mostly... I like, when I am asserting a person, that I'm asking such questions early, it gives many eyebrow raises. Like, when you go into, like, discussing with somebody and, like, not the first thing you say, of course, but, like, one of the earliest things you say is, like, yeah, how do you plan life? How do you expect it to be? How do you expect to be day-to-day life? What are your goals? What are your opinions on family? What are your opinions on this and this topic? Like basics. And most people are like, huh? Why do you want to discuss it that early? But I think that's important, actually. But that's not the thing that most people talk about on like dates. Like, I don't know. The first dates, they're talking about like, how nice is the weather? Do you like that movie? What's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? Like, wow, the person also likes spaghetti. That's not what you will bond over, honestly. I think it would be very rare for two people to get along and be forever in love because they both like spaghetti. I never heard of that. The spaghetti love. I think I have an idea for a movie, people. We'll call them the spaghetti lovers. If you don't know you get serious, it could waste so much time. Yeah, I'm hating wasting time of something that will not work either way. I want to know this along with this myself. Yeah, exactly. And if somebody's not willing to answer those questions, for me, that is a sign that they aren't ready for a long-term relationship at all. And if somebody's not on board for a long-term relationship, what do I want with that person? Because I'm not the kind of person to, like, go for short-term stuff. I mean, if you want to, that's fine, but I don't. So that's then a no-no for me. Equally, I would not fall in love with someone because they have our third child perfectly planned out, already registered in the spot in the kindergarten. No, of course not. But I'm saying that that's like thing that you kind of like need to have on the horizon. A contract, not a relationship. I'm thinking, and that's my personal opinion, that through such topics you can get to topics that actually matter. Because as I said, you do not want to know what if they like spaghetti or not. You want to get to like the deep emotional questions, like, do you think the same thing about like general principles in life? Do you think the same way about like feelings? Do you feel the same way about like life in general, like as a purpose, or like a relationship? Do you think the same thing about how a relationship you be? What do you expect of each other? Something like that. And as much as wanting to know favorite color is like interesting, but I mean, it's an interesting fact to know, but would their favorite color actually like change your decision on if you want to be with a person? I mean, would you say like, I don't want to be with a person because they have blue as their favorite color? That does not make much sense. Like, what do I care what their favorite color is? That's not something that like changes their everyday like dynamic with me. I have goals and aspirations, not to have a set plan done day by day. Yeah, I'm talking like about like general life plans. That's why I'm talking big life plans. I think like if you want to like be homebound, have kids or something, or if you want to go adventure or something, those are like big points. Not like into detail, like how many children do you want, or I don't know, but like the general gist of things. That's what you need to ask. Like, what do you expect? Well, what do you expect of the relationship in general? Like, people have different expectations. What's your favorite color? My favorite color is white. I know many people will say that's not a color. I had that discussion. In that case, I say silver, to which most people say that's also not a color. Then I go to blue. From the basic colors, it's definitely blue. If that answers your question. That also tells you a lot that I'm a complicated person. It doesn't matter what color they love. No color excludes a relationship. Can freely tell me their color. It's called having a nice conversation in which both don't have to be scared. I mean, when you get to these topics, I'm guessing you already at a point where these small talk stages are already have been reached through. Isn't you gonna conversation? I mean, I'm talking about you're already... it's not the first thing that you say to a person. You're like on your third or fourth date or something. And you're thinking about maybe I should get with that person or not. That's what I'm talking. Here's a list. If you put one answer wrong, this date is over. No, but you have to kind of like evaluate if that is for you. I mean, what's the point in trying something if you know it's doomed to fail? I mean, that's unfair for the other person too. To like tell them, yay, that's cool, you want children, and then later you're like, you're sure that if they are wanting children and you haven't children with them, you're probably leaving them at some point. That's also not fair. From the very start, you should say, like, for me, that's not an option, for example. White is not a color. A lot of people tell me that white is not a color. I don't get it either. White is a color for me. It's actually a lot of color. It's both. Once you're compatible, you can have those small talks. Not pre-planned, but just naturally. On fourth date is fair. Yeah, I was not talking about like instantly going up like, hey, yo, do you want to have kids? I mean, that would be creepy as heck. No, later. I mean, before you set anything in stone and say like, okay, we were gonna be a thing. Like, that's a talk I would have if I know a person and I'm generally thinking about getting together with a person to evaluate if I should. Because, as I said, I'm not the person to, like, try and then, like, leave it after a while. I don't want that many burns on my heart, thank you. After 2 years, I want to be serious, you find out you don't want kids, even though you do since the beginning. Yeah, that's a problem. That's why you need that in the beginning. As long as you don't expect first date to be about future plans, it's fair. No. At a stage where you already know the person and you're at the point that you're saying, okay, I want to be with that person. I'm thinking about starting a long-term relationship with them. And therefore, these questions are important to me because I don't see myself getting into a long-term relationship without them being compatible on that level. Before that, it's mostly like a talk, in my opinion, on like your friends and you're seeing like how much you get along, but it's not like a serious thing. That happened to multiple people I know. They're incompatible, but they never talked, so they wasted a lot of time. I expect Zero to be like those two people in that sitcom meme. I don't know the sitcom meme. Like when you sit down, like, hello, blind date. By the way, I never did a blind date. Maybe you're getting the wrong idea. Like, I am not the kind of person to go on a date, like with a random person that I don't know, or like a how do you put it? Like swipe on some of these apps and like talk to a stranger, or like searching for somebody to date only. I think when you're finding somebody, it must like happen naturally so that you already know the person. Spend a lot of time with them on a friendship level, like getting to know each other without thinking about getting into a relationship like at all. And then at some point you cross in the mind of like, maybe I want to be with that person on a romantic level. And then you can ask those questions. But maybe I'm just weird. I know a lot of people are like, I need a partner to do kissy and bad stuff. Okay, and then they go like, okay, I'll look through the catalog, and then they're like, okay, swipey, and then they're talking like instantly, like thinking date wise. Yeah, we having a date. We want to maybe go and do stuff. Of course, in such a setting, it wouldn't work. What I'm talking about, but as I said, that's not the world that I am living in, and I think that's also a bad way to start a relationship. That's long lasting, mind you, but that's That's just my opinion. You can have your own. I think that's good if you want to find somebody for quick fun, but quick fun and relationship is not the same for me. Those are two different things. Entirely different from each other. 100% not the same. Did you just post on the Discord what you meant? Do I have to watch that now? Is that long? Or should I watch it later? I can watch it later, if it has to be. Oh, it's not long at all. Yeah, that really is. I am just watching it right now. That is really is just a contract. No, that's not how I meant it. I meant as a means of like deciding on the final straw, like if you should or shouldn't. If you already know each other, like if you're already friends, that's what I'm saying. You're already in friend territory, you know each other, know how you tick, like accept these things that are only relationship important, because you're not going to your friend and asking them if he wants to have kids. I mean, why would you? That's none of your business, and that's not an important question. What do you care if your friend wants to have kids? You know what I mean? That's like the things that are like on additional relationship only questions, I would call them. Everything else should already have happened in the previous phase, to my opinion. I might add. Everybody their own. I know there's like an infinite number of how do you put it, of ideas about this. Like there is probably people out there, and there's not probably, there is people out there that don't want long relationships at all. There's people out there that don't want relationships at all. There's people out there that want multiple relationships at once. I mean, to each their own. I'm just talking from my perspective and how I would set things up. Maybe some people don't really care about long-term questions because they're not searching something long-term like to begin with. If you don't care because you're thinking like, okay, I will probably break up with this person in the next 3 or 4 years anyway, that's fine by me, then you don't need to ask these questions, because then it's not important to you. It's only important if you're actually wanting to seek a partner that's like lifelong, and that should be lifelong and happy, because there's also these relationships that last forever, but the people basically just stay together for benefits and don't really like each other anymore. Those exist. Shouldn't like ignore the fact that this happens. Or it happened. Many things. I may just be very sensitive on that topic, I don't know. I don't know, relationships are a very sensitive topic for me. I'm a very naive person, I'm guessing, regarding love and relationships in general. it just is. Or more a romantic and dreamy person is more like it. Because I'm well aware of how things can go. So I'm more of a careful planner in that regard. I think okay. How did we drift off to that topic again? I don't know. Cosplay, and then 5,000 times later we landed here. But yeah, every person is different. Not only regarding this, but like every topic. That's why it's important to not judge people based on like first impression or looks or their race or whatever's their fashion, or but like talk to them. Talking, I think, is the most important thing. It doesn't matter if it's relationships. It doesn't matter if it's like business. It doesn't matter if it's friendships. If it's it doesn't matter what it is. Talking to each other is what gets things rolling and makes the best product if we're talking business sense. Communication is always key. At least that's my opinion on things. Damn. Why is the music going so weird today? Maybe it's just my playlist. But yeah. I think I ran out of topics. Does anybody have a topic? Because I'm weird. We only talked so far. But if I am now starting the game, that won't work anymore. Because it's way too late to start a story quest now. So we might as well spend the last 40 minutes talking to. I just need more topic to talk about. That's all I can do. And I hate small talk. So when I'm starting to talk about the weather, I mean, I could tell you that it's getting warmer, but I'm falling asleep just thinking about the topic. So no, if anything, I need a proper topic. Something. God, my voice is already... Maybe I shouldn't have talked so much today. My voice is in a bad situation again. I can feel it in my throat. It's getting weaker again. I noticed that because the longer I talk, the more it feels like I can't get out a single peep anymore. If going out at night was completely safe, would you prefer a life of day or night? Okay, question 1. Why isn't going out at night completely safe? Maybe you're living in the wrong area. That's what I'm thinking. When I go out at night, like, around these parts, I think everything is safe. I never had problems before. But honestly, why would you go out if you can stay at home? That's way better. That's a better question. I think the problem with having a complete nightlife is that most things are available only in the day because many people prefer the day. For example, if you want to go and register a new license plate, you have to go when they're open. And guess when they're open? Weekdays. In the morning. When most people are working, by the way, so you have to take the freaking day off to just go and register your license plate. I'm just saying, I hate it. Or if you want to go to the supermarket, they are open in daytime. You want to go to the doctor? They are open in daytime. If I could, I probably would prefer nighttime because I think it's much easier on the eyes than daytime most of the time. Unless it's like a rainy and cloudy nice day. When it's super bright, it's actually hurting my eyes. And especially when you have to drive somewhere. Maybe it's just me, but when I need to drive and concentrate on the road, but I basically have to like slit my eyes down. It's like, I can't see anything because it's so freaking bright. And the blinds on the car don't really help much. Sorry, but they don't help much. Then I wish I could only like be nighttime. I wish that's me. Like, honestly, astigmatism, what is astigmatism? Because honestly, there's nothing worse than like my eyes burning from the sun. It's not that bad when I can like rest them every once in a while when I'm walking, or just when I'm outside like this, like outside on the balcony or something. But when I'm driving, I need to have my eyes open all the time. And when it's bright the whole time after I'm done with like my car drive, I usually just lay down and like close my eyes for like at least 15 minutes because it hurts so much. Maybe my eyes are just very, very sensitive. That could be. Most of the time I'm trying to like use sunglasses to help with that. But honestly, most of the time I'm forgetting them at home. It's dumb. Makes the light feel like lines. Yeah, most of the time when it's like super bright, the only thing I'm seeing is just my whole site gets white. The only thing I'm seeing is white, and maybe like a teeny tiny peek hole, like teeny tiny peek hole of actual side where I see something, and that's very, very dangerous when you're driving a car. Not that bad when you're in the city, but when it's like super sunny, I would not drive outside the city on high speeds. I would not like to do that, honestly. Who summoned me? Hey, Nightmare there. It wasn't me. I swear. I did not do the pentagram. I did not offer the 3 souls as usual. Somebody else must have summoned you. But it's nice that you're here anyway. Whoever did the sacrifice, they did good. How you doing? Yeah. So yeah, I would prefer nighttime. Also, I think nighttime animals are cooler to watch and look at. Don't get me wrong, I do like watching birds sometimes. So daytime has its merits too. But like, have you ever like watched a bat on the prowl, for example? Or an owl in a tree? Or listen to the wolves? Nighttime animals are the best. Daytime, they only have like a few birds. That's all. Nothing else can compare. But don't get me wrong, birds are nice. I sometimes go bird watching in the morning. Like, I told you about like the parking space where I sometimes go to eat my breakfast. And since it's so secluded and there's also like a lot of trees there, a lot of birds actually nestle there. So sometimes when you're like really quiet, not moving too much, they get really close, like super up close. Maybe also because I'm there a few times now, so they're like, ah, that weirdo again, there she is, I know her. And you can actually like watch them like collect stuff for their nests or something, or like hunting their little whatever they eat in. Depends on the bird, but there's quite a few there. Different kinds too. It's less now in winter time, but there's still some left, which is very interesting to look at how they like behave and everything. I do like the small ones, but I also like the big ones. There's like a whole variety there. Well, I have like the biggest crows there, but we also have like the teeny tiniest baby birds. Like not even like 3 or 5 high or something. I saw the tiniest and the biggest. Very, very high amount of different birds there to watch. That's way more interesting than anything else. You just sit there enjoying the breakfast a little bit and then watch the birds do their stuff. That's calming to me at the very least. I don't know about you. That calms me way more than whatever other people do. I'm guessing that's I'm an introvert, so that's okay. I saw a lot of people that are like buzzing about the first thing in the morning. What they do is go into the office and talk to people, and I'm like, people? Ugh. Who wants to talk to people? People are disgusting. Nah, birds are better company. Birds don't judge you. Birds are cute. Birds act natural. They are fascinating. Way better to watch them than people are. People are always doing the same way. They're doing such weird things that is annoying me sometimes. I mean, I can't do anything about it. I like animals a lot. I mean, the only animal that I'm currently having a little bit of a beef with, and that's not the animal's fault, I might add. I want to add that disclaimer, it's not the animal's fault. That would be cats. But only for one reason, because my mother has so many freaking cats, and every time I need to go visit, there is at least one cat annoying the heck out of me, like either scratching the heck out of me, scratching my clothes down so it's all broken. There is cat hair everywhere. Yeah, even especially my place. Yeah, like everything is dirty by the cats. Like there's hair everywhere, even on the food. they really misbehave. It's not nice behaving kitties. It's devils. They're all devils. Like you can't just sit there on the table and just have a normal conversation with one without one trying to at the very least bite you, or slash you in your foot or in your arm or shoulder or in the face. Every time I go there, I feel like I'm on a defensive mission in the game, like where I need to defend against a cat instead of like visiting in peace, and that makes those visits like very stressful for me. I'm not enjoying visiting just because the cats are so annoying, and it's so many of them too. So I'm never safe. Yeah, that's something, but as I said, it's not the cat's fault. I have known a lot of calm and nice kitties too, but not these. Not these. They definitely aren't. It's not my cats, I can't do anything about that. The only thing I do know is that my mother spends more money on the cats each week than I spend on my total amount of money I spend for living in a week. The cats need more than I use. Just saying. Those are expensive cats. But my mother is also like very spoiled in them. She like, they don't eat that, then I need to buy them the specially expensive food. Or like, I need 5,000 toys or this specific water fountain thingy to please them with, I don't know, because they can't drink out of a normal bowl. Or I don't know. It's weird. My mother's definitely a weird cat lady. I'm saying it. It's the way it is. But yeah. If they at least wouldn't bother me, that would be fine. That would be fine. Dum, dum, dum. And cats are God. You didn't know it since Egyptian times. A good and well-behaved cat is nice. But if they're spoiled, I don't think they are godly. They're the opposite then. I think it's just like when you're having a dog or like any pet actually. It's all about how you treat them, like how you raise them, how you train them. That makes a difference. I mean, if you don't train them at all, and like your dog is like shitting inside the house, your cat is like scratching everybody, like you can't really blame the animal, can you? It's you that's the problem. I was assaulted. At least was a soft pillow, so I shouldn't complain. But yeah. Yeah, that's something that annoys me. But maybe I'm just a weirdo. But I'm thinking, if you're not prepared for the responsibilities of owning a pet, you shouldn't have a pet. Because a pet is a being and not a toy. But most people like treat their pets as toys, and therefore the pets get absolutely miserable and have absolutely toxic behaviors. It doesn't matter if it's dogs or cats, both do kind of like suffer from this problem, having behavioral problems after being mistreated. My cousin family did a what? A what? Okay, you need to explain that. But or not. Depending on if it is what I mean. Because, what the heck? Like, honestly, I'm just happy that my mother only has cats now. She had dogs before too, and I don't want to talk about it. It did not go well. Let's just say when I said about dogs like shitting in the home, I meant that literally. That happened. And mind you, at that time I was still living in the same household. And it wasn't nice getting up each morning and having to watch out for dirt around the whole house. 6 dogs, 1 cat, 3 rabbits, 1 turtle, 7 fish. And there are pets, no food supplies. What do you mean? There are pet supplies? Wait, they don't have food for the pets? Or you need to elaborate. But that's a lot of pets. Well, for the fish, it kind of depends on the size of the fish. Honestly. Because it's like... they died all. The heck? Yeah, as I said, some people treat their pets like they are toys to be thrown away. I hate that so much. That's stinky. Well, at the very least, that's not something that happens in my family. Fed, they are all very well. Maybe a little too much looking at it. They are getting some chunk of weights. But yeah, they all died. And nobody raised like an eyebrow like why that happened or something, especially for 6 dogs. I mean, if you're having fishes and they die, I think technically most don't bat an eye, but dogs? They didn't do it on purpose. Then what happened? That all of them kind of died. Did that all happen like at once or one at a time? It's weird either way. It's not good. I mean... technically, every pet at some point has to go. Probably. There's some that are like super old. And 6 months I know my rabbit. So you don't even know why they died? They just... That sounds like purpose done to me. That sounds like somebody messed with it. Somebody did something. Otherwise, that's too much of a coincidence that so many pets at once like die. Something is not right. The only case that I know where a pet dies and another pet dies right after is when you're having lovebirds. When one dies, technically, most of the time the other one dies of mourning. Most of the time. But like, for other pets, I never heard of that. So something definitely killed. Maybe they gotten a virus or something. That all of them died at once. Or if something was wrong with the food. Maybe some poison or something. Now when a rabbit poop looks like bubble tea pearls. Doesn't rabbit poop look like yeah, like tiny bubbles? Like tiny pebbles, more like it. I mean, bubble tea pearls are more... Aren't they more like squishy? I don't drink bubble tea, so I don't know. I tried it once and I didn't like the feeling. I'm gonna be honest. Also, it was a hell of a problem to find a bubble tea store that sold bubble tea that was not made of like, or based on like black tea or green tea base. Most of them only sell these, so I had to go through that and find one that was doing fruit teas. That took a while. Damn caffeine allergy be damned. Bubble tea have a lot of flavor. I drink only the milk one. As I said, I tried it once and it wasn't that good. I wasn't really into the whole bubble thing. I didn't like it that much. And for tea, I just drink my normal at-home tea. That one is at very least cheaper than the bubble tea variant. Can mix that one with milk too, but I'm more of a just add a little bit of lemon kind of person regarding my teas. I'm gonna be honest. Clean tea drinker. That's what I am. I'm not even putting sugar into my teas. I just a bland tea person, maybe lemonade in, not lemonade, lemon juice. Lemon juice. I have a specific, like a few bottles of like pure like lemon juice at home that I can like just put into my tea. Like a little bit of it. So it is a little more sour. And that's about it. Or I just drink the tea like blank. That's scary. That I don't sugar up my tea, you mean? And maybe it's just like how do you put it? That I gotten used to things? Cause I know when I was a kid, my mother always she didn't put sugar, but like what's the English word? Sweeteners, like into the tea. And I don't know if she used too many, but I always found the tea way too sweet. So whenever I gotten the chance, I just did brew my own little cup and not drink out of the big like can that they like did, the thermos where they put all the sweeteners in. And with time, at the beginning, I put in like one, like the sweetener were like in tiny pill plates. I don't know what that was. Like you pressed on the thing and then like one sweetener plate thingy came out. I don't know what it's called. And I put one in, and somehow at one point in the morning I was so busy, I just didn't have the time to go and put that in. And well, at some point I left it out and I didn't notice a difference, so that's why I drink it without. What about coffee? Two things about coffee. I can't, even if I liked it, I couldn't drink it because, as I said, I'm allergic to caffeine. And even before I gotten allergic to caffeine, when I was still drinking like Coke and stuff, I did not enjoy coffee. Coffee was never my world. I think it's like tasting weirdly bitter, and it tastes like burned, because that's basically what it is. It tastes like burned water somehow. I didn't like it. Never liked it before. If I had the power to undo or repair my caffeine allergy, I would not do it for the coffee. I didn't like coffee to begin with. I would definitely do it though to be able to drink just normal Coca-Cola, and especially iced tea. I did enjoy a good iced tea, like store-bought iced tea every once in a while. And yeah, I can't anymore. So I have to kind of like make my own cold teas. How did you manage to burn water? I said it tastes like burned water. What I imagine would it taste like? It tastes like you burned something? Extremely burned something. Like, you know, when you're like in a pan and you left something there because you forgot it and then it's burned AF? Or I don't know, you put it in the oven and it's burned AF. Like everything's just cold and bricks. When you take that and then you put that into water and then get it out of the water. If you would drink the water, that's how coffee tastes for me. Like a whole burnt taste in water. That's how I perceive coffee. I don't like coffee. Not the drink. I also don't like the coffee like in dishes like you have in like tiramisu. I don't like it either. Or yeah, like there is like coffee yogurts or puddings. I don't like these. I don't like these either. As I said, it's not a problem nowadays to explain, because whenever somebody asks me why I don't drink coffee, I can just go with my excuse and say, hey, I'm allergic to caffeine, so can't drink coffee, and now leave me be. Because apparently when you tell them you don't like coffee, many people are like, what? Are you insane? Apparently I can't have an own opinion or something. But yeah, I don't like it, and I also couldn't drink it even if you challenge me. If you say like, okay, you get 1,000 euro if you drink this cup of coffee. That would be too little. I don't want to die because of 1,000. If you sell in 1 million, then I probably would try to get a doctor to help me immediately with immediate aid after. Then I would do it. Put the doctor right next to me and give me immediate medical attention right after the cup. And then I would earn my million. Don't get me wrong, but I still wouldn't enjoy it, and it would be a risk. But yeah, I don't like coffee. Enough babbling about coffee. Oh my god, my camera just flipped. Everything good? I'm here. I am yeah, that just happened. Is it okay? Is it I saw you drop. Is it back on now correctly? Recalibrate. Oops. I hit it accidentally. I hit it accidentally, or more like I hit the screen accidentally. And my camera doesn't have a like screw or something to screw it in place. It's clipped on top of the screen. And then sometimes the clip isn't too good at holding in place. I'm gonna be honest. You're trapped in cartoon style. Yeah, well, at the very least that worked. At least it looked funny. Actually, that reminds me that I still need to work on that one. On the one. What was it called? Like knock me out reward that I haven't gotten to work with the new program yet, because I don't know how to program a ragdoll here. We'll have to see. Maybe at some point I'm gonna get it. When you do just chatting video, will you do React? React, I don't know. It kind of depends. Most of the time, the problem is I don't have much opinion to say about stuff, especially if it's like modern, like insider jokes kind of stuff. I'm not very much in the scene of things, so most things I probably don't even know. Also, it's a problem with copyright, I think, right? If you're reacting to things, and if I don't have much to say, isn't it a copyright infringement on people? Also, as I said, you probably need to have like funny reactions to actually do that. Also, it kind of would depend on what I react to. I think I did a reaction once at like street food things. Like that. But if it's a topic that's not interesting to me, I probably wouldn't watch a video, especially a long one. Also, whenever I do this, the OBS was a nightmare to set up for actually having the footage on screen. You know the "Did you pray today" meme? No, I do not. I'm not very much into the meme scene, so probably guess that I don't know 90% of memes. Just assume that safely. I don't know over 90% of memes. I'm not a very meme browsing person. If I find a meme, then it's probably because it's highly used in the fandom that I'm kind of like searching up content for or something. But like generally, I'm not really that deep into meme culture, so to speak, like other people are. But no, I haven't heard of that one. Why, was there something I should react to that has this meme in it? Also, I think like a lot of people doing like a "don't laugh" challenge or something like that too. And sometimes that is causing like for me that would be causing problems because I'm not the most haha funny person. So most of the time I would just be sitting there and do nothing. And I think watching people react to that stuff is you mostly want to see them break and actually laugh, right? Did you pray today? Okay, wait. I'll do that. Give me a second. Just need to open my browser. Was everywhere? Well, I am not everywhere. That's the problem. I am not everywhere. I am not browsing a lot of things. I'm gonna be honest. Apparently it's a TikTok trend. I am not on TikTok. I mean, generally I do have... I made a TikTok account, but I never used it. I never used it before, really. Never used TikTok. That's just what it says here when I type it into Google. TikTok meme. Sound popularized by TikTok as a meme. That's what it says. That's all it says. The question is, what is the thing behind the meme? Because I don't quite get it. Maybe I'm not enough into meme culture to understand the meme. Is it just funny sound? I'm sorry. I always get told that I'm not having a humor. Maybe that's the case. I don't get why it's funny. Explain why funny. Please explain why funny. Maybe I'm too old for that. I am too old for this shit. Young people, I am too old. Granny's too old for this. It too reference 1. Soap in prison 2. I don't know any of this. I don't know any of this. I am guessing that's not my world. That's not... says nothing to me. I never heard of any of this either. I am feeling happy that I'm not the only one totally oblivious. I'm standing here like... Maybe that's not my age group or something. Maybe it's not my age group. I mean, how old are you? If I may ask. I don't need to say like the age, just like in general. Like general about age. Like when you're asking a survey. Only been on TikTok. I don't know. I haven't heard of that. But as you know, I haven't heard of a lot of things. You know, for when you tell me, have you heard of that? I'm always like, nah. Nah, I'm in my own bubble. I'm very active in current memes. Just avoid the TikTok kid stuff. I know somebody that is like that's like the master of memes. He like person knows basically every meme around, and normally I get thrown a few at least a day. So I guess I would have heard of that. TikTok trash. Yeah, I'm guessing too. TikTok kinda, I don't know. I made an account just in case when it released. Cause, you know, like, save your name and stuff. But I never used it. Not... I think I put like one video there that I also put to YouTube Shorts. And both of these I only used once. But on TikTok I never searched or watched anything, so... That's a weird thing. But as I said, I'm generally not much of a meme person. Did you saw 2017 kids? Nope. Doesn't ring a bell either. Is that another meme? Or a video or something? I am too old probably. Just for everything, assume I'm way too old for this. I'm an old timer. Not a meme. I mean, what is it then? What is it if it's not a meme? They are dancing and inventing stuff. Background song so good. I can look which one it is. It's Circuit Breaker, apparently. That's what it's called, like in my library. It's in the fourth synthwave album, apparently. Or something. If you want to look it up. Just look for this. That's basically all the music I use, except like maybe 1 or 2 tracks that are like Christmas or something that I use from somewhere else, but that's where I got my music. Because it's free to use. And as I said, that one, Circuit Breaker. That's what it says in my playlist. But yeah. Never watched that either. I'm not much of a meme person. Most of the time when I see a meme... Never mind about the meme. It's just sad now. Okay. As I said, I'm not much of a meme person. I'm most of the time when people show me memes, I'm like, uh-huh. And that's all the reaction you get. Unless it's like a really funny one. But like, in general, like hip memes don't really hit me. I don't know. Maybe I do not have a sense of humor. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, just for everything, generally assume I'm too old for everything that's like modern or like new. I'm way past the teenage age. Too long already to be known about anything hip. Old grumpy adults. I don't know. Something like that? Does that make sense? No, I think there's also adults that like memes a lot. Actually, a lot of them. I'm just not one of those people. I'm different. My sense of humor doesn't exist. Or maybe I'm laughing about the wrong things. Because you could have like a video where you have like a tiny toy piggy squeaking and then exploding, and I find that hilariously funny, and then the next moment you have another video that's similar and I find it not funny at all. It seems like weird. What's your daily occupation? Not referring to work or streaming. Eh? If you don't want to know work or stream, what do you want to know? What's a daily occupation if it's not streaming or working? Am I dumb? What is a daily occupation? What's a daily occupation, please? Somebody help! I don't know what that is. Isn't that work? A hobby. YouTube toys like put in egg in a microwave? No, nothing like that. I don't generally like things being broken. Is it a hobby? I only have one hobby, basically. Or, well, let's say 2. Let's say 2. Let's say 2. Maybe 3. I like playing video games, I like cooking, and I like art. Those are basically the 3. that I can think of right now. Nothing else. Simple. I like things simple. Simple, simple. I mean, if hobby was meant. Otherwise, I'm confused. Also, I wish I could call myself like, streamer, but it's more of a, definitely more of a hobby thingy. I need more water. My voice is giving up. You're the most simple person I ever met. I take that as a compliment, I'm guessing. There we go. Water is safely secured in my glass. I mean, I don't know. What did you expect that I'm saying? My hobby is deep diving in the Caribbean, or what? Why should I lie? I am not having the most exciting, exotic life. Do other people have that? Like when you ask them, they have like the weirdest things. Sometimes I have the feeling, because when I look into other people's streams, sometimes they're like, they explain in their news the exploits from their exotic trip to country I never heard of, insert here. And I'm like, how do you guys get the money for that? Is question A. And question B is, how are you so special? I'm not feeling special. I'm just simple. I don't know. I expect that I was spending 5 hours on YouTube watching some video off YouTube channel. Honestly, I'm not watching that much YouTube. The most thing I consume on YouTube is music. Like that I play in the background while I'm working on things. Or when I see an interesting guide video for a character that I want to play or something, then I look at the guide. What else do I watch on YouTube? Very rarely, I somehow get stuck in the short section and like browse for like 5 minutes, only to realize it's getting dumb bullshit, and then I getting out of the short section immediately. That's me and YouTube. On that, I'm not watching much on YouTube. There is one thing I watch on YouTube, and that is Hell of a Boss, the series. But they're not having any new episode. First step is literally getting any other job than the one you have. You make less money with a job than you could get collecting bottles on the street. Not true! Do you know how expensive it is to buy a place around here where I live? Do you have any idea how expensive that is? Do you have any idea how expensive that is? It's not the job that's the problem, it's the housing prices that's the problem. That's what I'm telling you. All my money currently is going in there. That's what I told you. I even took the bank loan for it. It's not that it's bad. Housing is the issue. Without that, if I imagine somebody gifted me the money for the house stuff, and I would have already moved and everything was done, then I would have just normal amount of money, as I said. So the problem is at the moment that also the problem is that the bank does not tend to give you the amount of money and then says, here is your like rates where you have to pay it back. But at least the bank where I got the loan from is like, okay, for every single piece that you do, like regarding to this thing, object, you have to prove that you've done it. Like when you get an electrician to fix stuff up, you need to let them do the stuff, then you need to bring us his English word, I don't know anymore. Wait, give me a second. You need to send proof that he did that stuff, and then you get that amount of money from the bank to pay for that. But that also means that when they want a like some money beforehand, before they take the job, I need to do that from like my own finances, which means I cannot afford having a 0 on my bank account. That means I need to like put everything there. But I also will never buy a house. Yeah, I'm guessing. As I said, houses are especially like expensive around here. Like everything houses related is super expensive here. You can't even afford the tiniest apartment here. Probably. I don't know why. Like here, like the most shitty, most rundown, crappy houses you get for like maybe $500,000. And if you want something decent, you're probably gonna have to spend about $1 million. And if you want something good, you're better expected to spend multiple. That's the housing situation where I live currently. But I also, as I said, as I discussed on stream before, for me, I thought about moving further away, but I was very unhappy with the idea of actually doing that because, yeah, then you basically start your life completely from scratch. Have to get different job, have to get different friends, have to get different ties, different places where you order food, different places where you buy your stuff, like a different supermarket, everything different. So I wanted to get something close, and I already given up on the idea of actually getting somewhere here around this part. When the opportunity arose, I told you back then that I found something that was actually affordable, but then all that problem arose with that being sold to somebody else. But then half a year later, somehow they suddenly come back were like, apparently the others didn't want it. Are you still looking? And then that happened. But then there was some like regulation problems regarding the place. Yada yada. A whole lot of bureaucratic bullshit later, we were actually able to acquire. But now we still have a lot of work to do, so we can actually like get in there. That's the bigger problem. But yeah, all the strings are already like everything is started, but it's not in my biggest in my hand anymore. Because for many things, I can't do them personally. Like for example, like dealing with like the electric wiring and stuff. I need to order a professional to do that. I can't do that myself. To do that, fixing that, and so how do you say that? They have a very packed calendar, so most of the time they're not available, and you kind of like have to run like a stalker, like call them every morning, like, you have an appointment for me now? I need it really badly. So yeah, that's why it's currently a little stuck. Over like the winter months, technically the people like to do less somehow. Don't go to school in 2024. I mean, what's wrong to go in school in 2024? Depending on your age, that could be totally normal. And if you're not liking your job and you want to like relearn into something else, that's also totally fine to go to school. So what's the deal? I don't see a problem going to school at any age or at any year. We got 60% student fails. So students are just not good enough. I don't actually know how high the student fails are around here. Can you look that up online? Well, let me see. Fail rate. Dropout rate. 50% of students failing at least one lecture. Fail rates at least 30%. At least that's what the first the first thing I found on Google says. So I'm guessing it's similar here too. I don't know. I mean, as long as they try it again, I mean, that's okay. But I mean, if you're going to like study something only to give up and do something else anyway, that's like kind of sad, right? I mean, maybe you don't have the capacity, but I think everybody that has like the prerequisites for studying a subject probably also should be able to like get through it. But yeah, I don't know. I never went to study, so I don't know. I did have the prerequisite, but I was like, nah. I've been into school enough, and I was like immediately looking for an opportunity to like learn the job that I wanted. Instead of like going and studying, like a different approach, like getting a direct into the job. Because don't get me wrong, doing something theoretically is nice, but I mean, I hate it. Like theories, but practical usage, that's what it is. Never study and you got the job. I mean, probably not getting the same kind of position, you know what I mean? And probably the people that study get probably the higher positions. Where they are like the planning, doing the planning and having the responsibility and being project managers or something, you know? But I am not one for having liking being in high positions and having responsibility anyway, because I'm like I'm too shy for that and too reserved, so maybe it's better. Do we encourage to do that? Because I want to do that now. It kind of depends. It depends on what you want. Like, you need to know if there's a difference between if you're like going directly into the job or if you're studying. As I said, in my field, if you come from studying the subject, then you're probably getting into a position where you're like overseeing the projects, where you're planning, where you're doing a lot of like talk with the I don't know, with other firms, or maybe but if you're like going directly in, you're probably getting the lower work. You're the one that actually has to do the work and get no praise for it. Like, you have to be okay with that. Firefighters. I don't have enough knowledge about firefighters to know how that works for them. I have absolutely no knowledge in that area, if that makes a difference. I mean, what one could do, of course, is starting with it, and then if one is unhappy with their current position, one can still like do like a study it like at the nighttime thingy, and then go to a test. I think that's the solution if one wants to rise the ranks, so to speak. It kind of also depends on country, I think. I think like getting into a higher position without actually having the prerequisite knowledges. It depends on culture. In some cultures, they like expect you to have the prerequisites, otherwise you can't get the promotion. In others, it's more like, oh, if you're doing well, then that's no problem. You can, of course, get up. Your experience counts for this. It kind of depends. Of course, depends on who is employing you too. Some are like, I noticed around here. I don't know if it's the same everywhere, but around here, even supermarkets, when they are looking for employees to fill up the produce, even that low job that does require nothing but like physical activity, no thinking, just take the yogurt, put it into a row with everything else with the other yogurt. Sorry, like you don't need any specific knowledge for that. You need absolutely nothing. And still they are looking for people that have studied economics for this. I giggle each and every time I see something like that. And I'm like, we are looking for new people, and you need to have studied that and that. And I'm like, your job is... Yeah. Your job is filling up our products. PE teacher is the most rewarding? You think so? I mean, if you want to be a PE teacher, doesn't that mean that you have a lot to do with like sports and you enjoy sports and you like moving yourself? And then what you do most of the time is just watching others and grading them, and like you're not doing much sports yourself anymore. You just sit and give more. Yeah, as I said. I mean, if that's your end goal and you're thinking like, okay, I do a little bit of like doing sports and like pretending like I care, and then I get into a sitting job. But I'm guessing you could like pick another teaching job then. I mean, it's like a lot of teachers like go into like being a religion teacher or something on school, or like the language where like language teaching, but not like a foreign language, but like the local language where you're just reading in class with your students. Those are like the most boring teacher jobs for me. If you want to go easy, I think you would pick one of these. Or art teacher. Art teacher is also like a lazy job. Like you sit there, you let your pupils draw pretty pictures, and then you're saying like, okay, now I roll the dice. What kind of grade you're getting on that? Because that's how it felt like most of the time. I'm gonna be honest. Oh, do I like you? A+. I don't like you. C. Art teachers. I hate it for a reason. Hate art teachers so much. Maybe just my art teacher was an ass. So, no. I don't want to say that everybody is the same. It might just be my experience with that one guy. And it was the only art teacher we had in the school, by the way. So there wasn't really much choice for other experiences. Hey there, bud, how you doing? Come on in, even though we're probably close to wrapping up. As usual, I think you're used to it by now. When you come in, we wrap up. Like, I'm waiting for the gong. Like if he's not coming in, I can't wrap up. No, I'm joking. Still cold. You think? Here it's getting a little warmer. I'm warm. I'm good. I am okay. No game today, already wrapping up. I just talked today, believe it or not. I just talked a lot of bullshit today. That's it. I was sitting here and talking a lot of dumb shit, and everybody was listening. And I'm like, why are you still here? What? Ryuga Wagateki wo Kurao? Oh god. Oh. Okay. All good. But yeah, no game today. I was thinking about maybe doing Genshin, but there's only hands-on made. I'm guessing. I didn't recognize, and then I was reading it. I'm like, wait a minute, that rings a bell somehow. I was thinking about doing Genshin, but I only have story quests left, and that is a little problematic to stream if you also want to talk, because the characters are babbling all the time in between, you know what I mean? But I may not have a choice, like, at some point. Because I'm already talked myself out of topics like 3 times today, so... I'm guessing on Thursday, maybe I need to play something. If I want to or not. Did you know you shouldn't talk into a... sieve? Well, what's a sieve? Wait, let me Google. Very enjoyable topics. Are you sure? Is that a filter? It might strain your voice. Is it because it has these like tiny hole things? And that's like blocking the air, and therefore you, when you try to talk through it, you need more air, and therefore your voice gets strained. My voice just gets strained naturally. I don't need to talk into anything. I just have the headset on my head, and I already have like a strained voice after talking the whole stream. So there's that. Supposed to be a pun. Explain. I'm too dumb. I didn't get the pun. I didn't get it. I'll tell you a construction joke, but I'm working on it. Oh, now this starts again. Everybody's trying to out-pun themselves or out-joke themselves. And why am I looking up C's now? Maybe you can explain later if you can't then find the explanation is too long. It's working out for me too. Da, da, da. But yeah, I think Genshin patches tomorrow, right? Because the CV is a strainer, and therefore it's straining my voice. Ah. I understand, but I have no sense of humor, and therefore I'm going haha, very funny, haha. I'm sorry. My voice is giving up. I'm trying to talk. Yeah, for three pulls. Yeah. Hooray! I'm so happy. The only good thing this patch definitely has is that I'm getting a free gumming. 100% best thing. I already have everything prepared for him. He just needs to come. Okay, I get 20 pulls. Yes. I did see. And frankly, 2.0 is looking way more exciting than the Lantern Ride this year. Somehow, maybe it's just me, but somehow this Lantern Ride so far doesn't really tickle my fancy somehow. Like, maybe it's because we're already like at the how many Lantern Ride, and we're like, okay, we know it at this point, but also like nothing really gets me excited except Gummy. That's like the only thing that's like interesting because his animations are so cool, but everything else, Well, it's 3 pulls. You'll always get a limited character with it, right? Right? Yeah, definitely. I'll make 3 pulls, and I swear I'm gonna get a limited 3-star sword 3 times. That's what's gonna happen. Panaconi with the trash, Giga Trash. Not only like the trash can, but I think like Panaconi itself looks like super fun to walk around in. Like with all the lights and everything. I'm getting Xianyun so I can go for plunge funsies. I mean, she's an interesting option. If I had the funds, I would probably go for it too. So I can get more gumming constellations. But I don't have the funds. I currently need to save. I need to save. I need to stay strong. Need to stay strong. Can't pull. My pull for Farson, I accidentally get the bird lady. How many Farsons are you gonna pull? Depending on how many you want, you 100% will get her. If you're trying to get like 5 copies, you're very likely to get. They slap Genshin with a pancake. All of them? You're not having a single one yet? Or you're saying like you're only getting all the constellation? I have 2 copies right now, so you see 1, so you okay. Yeah, you're very likely to get Bird Lady. Very likely, I would say. Very, very likely. But when with a pancake, I also already have my Farsan at max. Farsan is maxed out. I'm not worried about that at all. I'm safe. I already maxed her out. The last time she was on. It wasn't hard for me though. But yeah, I need to save my all my primers currently. She bow use an animal, so in the trash can it go? I mean, technically I would say if you're not a wanderer or a Xiaomin, then you have no much use for it. But I've seen people on field Farazan like decently. I like as a main DPS. So if you really like her, you can also play her that way, but it will take way more setup. But other than that, she's a very niche support. Trash can, not trash cannot. Okay. Really useful, shooting down the annoying Sky Dragon boss. I mean, a bow user is always useful for that. That is correct. But I think the Sky Dragon thingy hasn't graced us for quite a while now, so I'm grateful for that. Don't want to see it again. But actually, there's probably worse. Since then, much worse has shown up, so maybe we do want the Sky Dragon thingy back. It gets worse each and every time, and you're wishing for the old stuff back. Like, do you remember like those Black Knight thingies that were in the Abyss? And I cursed so crazily, like, those guys, and now I'm kind of wishing for them back. Because actually they were like nice to fight against. I don't have any built bow user beside Fischl. Not a big fan. Oh, Pew Pew. Yeah, well, maybe somebody's gonna come up in the future that you might like. Because sometimes I notice like it's just accidental that we're not having something specific. Like, I noticed that a lot in Star Rail currently, actually. More than in Genshin. Because Genshin I've played for so long now that I think I have basic coverage. Except for like 1 or 2 exceptions, I have like basic coverage on what I need. But I noticed that a lot in Star Rail currently, that I just accidentally do not like characters, for example, from Quantum that are DPSs. And I do not like any fire like DPS so far, or I don't have them if I like them. So whenever there is a boss that comes up that has like fire, quantum, and like wind, I think that's the most common combo for those 3 together. I'm like sitting there and I'm like, well, shit. I will not beat this stage. And yeah, it's not on purpose that I do this. It's just it's just by accident that I am having a problem, that I'm not having enough characters in that category. Do you remember 29 September's waiting for Honkai and Caught for the year? Wait, what? I don't know. What are you saying? What do I remember? I tried to make a music, but it failed. I didn't get that. I didn't get it at all. I'm sorry. I'm incapable. Try to make a music. I'm not music compatible, I'm guessing. My voice is really giving up. I'm gonna get the correct lyric. Maybe I just don't know the song. I'm not knowing that many songs, honestly. Or probably just weird ones. I listen to weird music sometimes. Did someone say music? No. I knew he's gonna do that. Are you happy now? Thank you for blasting my ears. Did you save up your points for that? Don't do that again. Always with the crab ray. Always with the crab ray. I regret putting that redeem in. Maybe I do regret putting that in, but it stays. It can stay. You like it so much. It's always a crab ray. Maybe I need more. So I get a more diverse sound blast in my ears. Maybe I should put in more like Loud music clippies. If that is an option. But yeah. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to 2.0 and in Star Rail. But yeah, I'm also looking forward to the Lantern Ride. It's just not that exciting, you know what I mean? Like if you're having like two cakes and like one is looking way more delicious than the other. It doesn't mean that I don't like the other cake. I mean, I can just eat two cakes, but I have to admit one looks more delicious than the other. But I'll have to wait for the one of them longer, so maybe I can keep myself busy with one thing. Two cake, that's sus. Why is two cake sus? Because too much sugar. I wanted an example, and I'm pretty sure there is this meme that's going around with like comparing games to cakes. Did you see that meme? That's a meme that I know. You can do a biz on Thursday. Wait. Dang it, there is a biz reset on Thursday. Yeah, I can do a biz on Thursday, I'm guessing. Not that I am against it, don't get me wrong. I'm just a little scared. But last time did work pretty well when I did a biz on stream, so... 4 stars only. No. I would not be able to do 4 stars only. Oh, wait, let me guess. Let me think for a second. Let me think for a second. Can I do 4 stars only theoretically? Give me a second. I'm thinking. Surely you can. Where can I sort my characters by rarity? Let me make a list on what 4-star characters I'm having. Oh, it's quite a lot. But there's also a lot of crap in my 4 stars, so... A lot of them kind of need a 5-star to function. I think the most difficulty that I'm seeing is lack of DPS. I see in the lack of DPS characters that are actually decent enough to get through the abyss. It doesn't matter which abyss it would be. Like in general. And of course you could say like, oh, you could go for Hyper Bloom or something, but literally the only 4-star electros that I am having is Fischl and Razor. And Razor does not work. I would have to give him different gear. And Fischl is just that's just one person too little. Dr. H 5-star versus 4-star selectors. I'm gonna get a cookie or a Joe? What's Joe? You tried. Is there something happening? Oh god. Ah! Sorry, my OBS. Your mama? Oh god. Sorry, I'm too old for those jokes, I'm guessing. Yeah, I think I may have a problem with 4 stars only. She fell for it. Yeah, I did. Are you happy now? Haha. I can't believe it. What do you mean? Barbara? Yeah, official sucrose. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I only have one Fischl for one Hyper Bloom. What would you... oh, wait. I know what I would do. Okay, I apologize. I know what I would do. Yeah, I could try 2 4-star teams on Thursday, but I'm not sure how successful they will be. Because I forgot that I have a Toma, and Toma would do nicely too. Hazel or Beto? Don't remind me that I still don't have a Hazel. I want a Hazel so long, but he just doesn't show up on my account. I'm so pissed at him not showing up. I am so sad, actually. Actually, I played with others. I think just yesterday it was doing bosses, and somebody brought their Hazel, and I'm like, where's mine? And I don't have Beto built. Beto, I don't have built. Ancient Traveler, Toma, and question mark. Something. I'll sure find something for the last slot. I would find something. That would not be a big problem. Candace for X Rider. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I have her build up, so why not use her? Question is, who would you on-field then? In that case, it probably wouldn't matter. I guess it would just be quick swap. The most important part would be actually to get enough seats in so Toma can big nuke boom boom. I think that's what we could play. It's an idea, I can give it a try, but depending on what is in the abyss, I can't promise I'll actually make it through. And Kale, I don't have a built Kale. Honestly, I don't. Sorry to disappoint. But my Kale is level 20. Level 20! Also known as when you don't want to play him, but you just want the orb. I mean, I don't want to say anything, but I could put Kale in a team. Maybe that's better than the Traveler, I'm not sure. They both have problems with Dendro uptime in my opinion, but... Kale is so clunky. Yeah, I don't like her boomerang, honestly. For me, it's level 70, so they have to A4 too. I don't do that with characters I don't play, usually. But I think that's still a habit from when I absolutely did not have the resources, so I don't know. So if a rare chance you want to play them, you can, and get I get all the wishes. I mean, honestly, I do not have an urge to play characters that I don't like, and everybody I do like playing, I think are already upped. If I do have an urge to play somebody, I'd probably just up them to 90 instead. Like, if I have an urge to play you once, I probably have an urge to play you again. I mean, doesn't mean that I have every character that I have at 90 like perfectly built. For example, my Barbara is still having like the worst build ever, because she's still having her very beginning build that I had in the beginning of the game, and since she got her voice lines changed very early back at the beginning of the game, I didn't enjoy her as much anymore. I didn't like playing her as much anymore. And since then, I just left her there. On the stage she was at that time, which means she has an exile set on. And she's having a Dragon Slayers on. And that's it. And yeah, not very good stats in general. But she exists. Probably in most cases where you need her, she's usable. We allow Aloy as an honorable 4-star. Well, then why you not allowing Dea too? Technically not. I mean, what is Aloy technically? She's a question mark. She's not a 5-star. She's not a 4. She's a red background character. I think that's they couldn't decide what they want to set her, and that's why they put her red. I don't know. I don't know how it is. When I go into the archive, what is she labeled at? Technically, the Traveler also isn't a 4-star. Exactly. Traveler is technically a... I think Traveler is actually... Is that he labeled as a 5-star? So... That's what I was thinking, like, should I even take the Traveler before? That's why I said maybe I can take Kave instead. If I should do a 4-star only attempt on Thursday. Would be my guess here. I think Traveler may be labeled as 5-star, yes. But it doesn't matter. I'll decide on Thursday. I don't have the capacity to do so now. I really don't. more food for thought for Thursday on what I'll actually allow and not allow. Technically. I think I've seen many sites like put Traveler a 5-star instead of 4-star, so. I think they also do have a... They do have a portrait that's yellow, right? Yeah, they have a yellow portrait, so they count as 5-star. So no Traveler on Thursday. As much as you could put them in because everybody has them. But nope. Okay, dokie. Would you be interested in raiding somebody, maybe? Or somebody having anybody online, or should I look for somebody? Da, da, da. Also, what do you mean food? Somebody. Wow. How very specific. I think I know where I'm gonna send you. I have somebody online. Let me get it. Food for fun? Food's always good. Okay. Where? Who? Wait. We go into a friend of mine. Thanks for stream. No problemo. I didn't do much today. God. There we go. I'm so confused. Write a message. Write a message? What you might mean write a message? Well, normally I do this when I go into another stream with. That's what I normally do. You did a lot. You think? Okay, wait. Copy that. There we go. Raid has been created. Okay. Then you're gonna send lots of owl love from me. Be nice, please. Please be nice. Don't get a bad impression of me, okay? Yeah, as I said on Thursday, if it's Abyss reset, maybe we're gonna try Abyss with 4 stars only. If that doesn't work, I'll go back to just doing it the normal way around. Is that okay? Because I am not the kind of person to like run against the wall. Actually, I am, but you know what I mean. No tomorrow. Wait, what? No tomorrow. I'll be there. Okay. But yeah, I need my voice is already down. So I thank you all for being here today. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you see you again next time. Bye bye.